I'm just trying to line this shit up. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. Couple of things I want to talk about today. First, let me fix this camera, put it on the right. There we go. Boom. All the things. Couple of things we're going to talk about today. First thing one of the main subject that we're going to be discussing is the YNW Melly situation, as you all know. They have set a court date. Now, there's a lot of things to actually discuss around this, and some of the things revolve around Portland. So that's one thing that we're going to be discussing today. The main topic we're going to be discussing today. Also, Carlee Russell, I think that's how you say her name. I have no idea over here. So Carlee Russell has been arrested. Actually, her mugshot went out and things. What she's been arrested for, I believe, is filing a false kidnapping report. Got a ton of things to say, but like as everybody know, there was a situation that recently happened with us in the library, and so we have video documentation of what happened, right? So also, this is a good another good example of sometimes God just wants you to stand still. Like, your enemy can't do anything to you until you respond to their disrespect. You understand what I'm saying? So you sometimes have to do a thing for your enemy to actually be able to put you in this, because they're trying to put you in this situation sometimes to make you react so other people will help them with the hate. You understand what I'm saying? Because just so we can be clear, I'll fight somebody in that library, and you do know what am I going to do? Be banned from that library? There's no libraries anywhere around here. So I fight somebody in that library. Now, I'm banned from the library. And why am I banned? Because some people was trolling online, and I went to go tell the lady, and she decided that I wasn't important enough to listen to, even though listening to what I have to say is literally her job. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So we have a lot to discuss on the YNW Melly Portland situation. Carlee Russell, she's being held responsible. Apparently, they're saying that it was a false kidnapping report, because besides whatever hell else she was reporting, she did say that she saw a child in the street. I want to say something for people that don't think that false reporting information is not a bad thing. You do know that when you report a child missing or some kind of emergency, that sends out a alert to the police. So now there might be danger happening over there that now the police are over here doing. Also, when you send out an alert to the police, that makes things happen that cost the department money. Just like with the situation that happened with the actor, whatever, Russell Schmolay, when whatever the heck that guy name is. When he decided that we're going to do roll call at the 7-minute mark if we have any comments. When that dude decided to do a false report, just in general. So the police spend money, and they will sue you to get that money back. Also, before we get to the main topic, I want to say somebody sent in, and they put into the comment section, they wanted to discuss some situation revolving around Rudy Giuliani in Georgia. So when they told me about the Rudy Giuliani thing, let me explain to you what's happening with Rudy Giuliani real quick, because this is the monologue. This is when I just say everything that we will probably be talking about in the next 2 hours. So in revolving the Rudy Giuliani situation, remember those ballot boxes that they were going on the news networks, and they were saying that people were miscounting them, and they were cheating, and they were trying to steal the election, and yada yada yada. So anyway, the individuals that he was accusing of doing that is these two ladies. I believe it's a mother and a daughter, and they're suing Rudy Giuliani because they're saying that they hurt their image. And you can sue people for making lies about you in paper and on the internet. When they hurt your image, you can sue them. That's why a lot of times when you see people struggling, and then they finally win, when they finally win, there's a whole lot of people that are now owing them money often, because now they're getting sued, because now they have the lawyers and everybody else behind them for them to be able to say, you see, I would have made this amount of money over this amount of time if not for those lies that those people told. So for every success that you see, there's probably haters that now bankrupt, lost their business, lost their homes, can't get a job, all types of different shit like that. And sometimes you hear about them coming back later on trying to, claim whatever they want to claim about the individual. So with that being said, also I wanted to add for all the fight fans out there, I'm trying to get to the stuff, hold on. For all the fight fans out there, Plant slapped one of the Charlo brothers, I'm not sure which one, behind in the backstage during the press conference of the Spence Crawford fight. And this is what I have to say about that. You can look at Carlo and tell Charlo, whichever Charlo brother that was, and you could tell he had a couple of drinks. I don't respect the man that hit a nigga that's not trying to fight you. And I definitely don't respect the man that hit a nigga that's not trying to fight you and they inebriated. I just don't think that that's respectable conduct. The Charlo brothers, as generally speaking, as far as I know, be ready to fight anybody. So you don't have to create, as far as I know, this type of situation when you slap the nigga behind stage in order to get him to fight you. I don't think they ducking anything. Are they? If they are, put it in the comment section. I don't know. With that being said, there's a couple of other things I wanted to speak on, but I want to get to the show. There's no shout out to Arthur D. Glass. He says, groovy Saturday morning fam, fro, salute. Happy to see you in here. Everybody else, appreciate everybody that hit that like button. Let's get to this conversation now regarding YNW Melly and his specific case. Now, I want y'all to understand there's two things that happens inside of law. So we're going to talk a little bit of court and a little bit of law first. So when you have a case where there's multiple different defendants, usually the people that want the case split up is the defendants. The defendants want the case split up. Ironically enough, I don't even know if we could call this ironic, but what in the hell, fam? In this particular situation, the prosecution wanted Bortland and YNW Melly's case split up. Now, do you know how I've been telling y'all that these dudes, I don't understand what they're doing. The shit that they doing don't make no sense. This is wild bananas crazy. Once again, usually the defendants, the defense attorney, they want to split up the case. Because even if these guys are still friends, one guy wants to accuse the other guy, and the other guy wants to accuse the other guy because they have separate juries. I'll say that one more time. Let's say not me. Let's say you and your best friend go commit a crime. Y'all not telling on each other. Ain't nobody ratting, ain't nobody snitching. We not doing that. But y'all get caught or y'all get suspected of a crime that somebody else committed, whatever the case is. Y'all going to trial. Your attorneys are going to try to separate the cases. Because if y'all have separate juries, that means that you can say things implicating that person and that person could say things implicating that person with it not directly affecting the individuals in their specific trial. That's why often when you see RICOs, they try everybody together. So can't nobody point fingers at anybody else unless they made a deal with the government and they're helping. The fact that the prosecution wanted the whole case split up, I'm going to think y'all going to need to give me a minute because I can't even understand the logic to that. It doesn't make sense. Now let me explain to you why it doesn't make sense. Because guess what other trial was starting in October? You got it, Bortland's. So basically, the prosecution wants to try both of these cases at the same exact time in different courtrooms. So y'all could have just tried them together this whole entire time and just used one jury? So this whole entire time, you could have just tried them together, used one jury. Because now y'all want to try them at the same time, on the same dates, basically, in separate courtrooms. Taking away any advantage that I can see that the prosecution would have with conspiracies or co-conspirators, pardon me. Just saying. I told y'all that these dudes has been messing up left and right. And don't forget, they already have a mistrial. And don't forget, everybody already knows about the mistrial. Not just the people in YNW Melly's that's going to be called to be the jurors for his trial, but also for Portland. Also, they want to do YNW Melly's trial in October. So basically, I just lost in July, and y'all gonna go August, September, October. That's 90 days, 3 months away. Remember what did I tell y'all previously? They filed so early because they don't make sure that Melly won't even get okay, so they want to make it look like they got a strong case and something else happened other than, it was just, wow, we don't know what happened. If we get a second chance, we're going to win this one. So they immediately go back. It's more than 90 days away from now. They had 90 days to file for a retrial. They filed immediately. They want to leave no, and I wouldn't be surprised if the judge literally told them, if you don't file immediately, I might give him a bond. I might give him a bail. The judge will say that. Only the attorneys will know. A lot of these things that happen in court that y'all think just happen, and decisions that people make and y'all think are just decisions, what actually happens is they're back somewhere, and your lawyer is basically, lawyers write contracts, right? So basically, your lawyer is your representation for the argument. He knows what you want, and he knows the appropriate way to argue that argument. So they're in back rooms, not in front of the judge, not in front of, they probably got the stenographer back there, whatever the case is. But they're not in front of the courtroom, and they're doing things because they can't talk about this in open court. But it's being put on the record. So I wouldn't be surprised if the judge straight up, I don't know if it's being put on the record, but I wouldn't be surprised if the judge straight up told them, look, if you don't immediately file, there's a chance that I might give him a bail. That was 9-3. You guys didn't prove anything. Y'all looked like y'all didn't know what y'all was doing. Y'all was out there flailing. And that's why I believe that they tried it so soon, because there's no reason in the world why they couldn't wait 2 weeks. There's no reason in the world why they couldn't wait a month. The only reason why they couldn't wait or wouldn't have waited would have been perception. What's up, BMF? He says, what's good, Fro? Salute. How you doing, my brother? Hope everything is well with you and yours. Perception. That's it. If anybody has a different reason, put it in the chat. You trying to tell me between the time that case ended and the time that they retried, they got new evidence? How? Oh, I got to do this. I'm contractually obligated to do this a couple of times a week. So let me get this out the way. The person paid, I'm contractually obligated. If you are a person that like to play the numbers, you know the numbers. They go in all states. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. You should go check out the page, the YouTube page, Numberman 447. I want to apologize. Previously, the other day, I accidentally called the Money Man, and that probably is because I was just associating what he was doing with money, and I just literally just got confused. This is not an excuse. This is an explanation. I also know a person named Money Man. This is not an excuse. This is me taking responsibility for the mistake. When you give excuses, you're not taking responsibility for the people who don't know the difference. With that being said, y'all should go check out. I'm going to make sure I'm saying the name right. With that being said, y'all should go check out Numberman 447. I grew up working on a truck from the age of about 14, 15 on. And a lot of the people who I worked with played the numbers. And it wasn't always about the gambling. Sometimes it was just about the camaraderie of other people that do that. It's just a thing that you do. I am not one person here that's going to say, I think that you should, whatever your entertainment is, I think that you should enjoy it, especially if you're not hurting anybody else. So with that being said, if you are a person that likes playing the numbers, if you enjoy doing the numbers, he says that he successfully picks, I think he said 4 to 5 numbers a week. So go check him out. He's successful on some of these picks, he says. And if anybody that go over there and you know have had any success, come back over here and let me know what it is. I would like to know. Shout out to that. With that being said, let's move on. His page is Moneyman447. Go check it out. Contractually obligated. Entertainment and educational purposes only. I gotta do that a couple of times a week. With that being said, sorry, I'm laughing at some whole other shit. I want to tell y'all 2 different stories about some other shit, but they don't got nothing to do with the content. So we're gonna stick back on the content. So I got a long way to go. All right, so basically, now they want to try Portland. Now they want to try Portland and YNW Melly at the same time. So this actually doesn't make sense because they could have tried them at the same time in the same courtroom and they literally chose not to. I don't know any new evidence that they have. I don't know how they're going to accuse Portland of anything except for being maybe a co-conspirator or somebody that happened after the fact. And just so we could be clear, there's only one police report where Portland had said that it was a drive-by. Just so we could be clear, if Portland, well, he can't take the stand, but they only have one area, because, I mean, he can take the stand, but we would all assume that he's not going to. There was only one time that he spoke with the police and said that there was a drive-by. So I would look for his attorneys to try to get that thrown out by saying, we don't know what they're talking about. Because also remember, that'll be the third person, basically. The second person to take, the second person whose testimony, who report is going to be entered. People that's going to be entered, right? So I just want to be clear about this. I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. I'm looking for Portland's attorney to argue that just like the other statements that was made by the police, this shouldn't be admissible. My client was under duress at the moment that this was taken. He was in a vehicle where a shootout had just occurred. No other time is they reported that my client has said this. We don't even know. My client is not standing by those statements. Just like the previous statements that the police concocted, that those witnesses said that they don't even remember making. So in this particular case, we have police that are giving statements to the court and to the prosecutor's office that the actual witnesses are saying that they never made. This would not be the first time in this case. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what a Portland's attorney argues. We have other there are other obvious moments of misconduct by the detectives, the defectives in this case. There should always be an assumption that when the police take the stand that they are being honest. But it has been proven in the previous mistrial that the police has not been honest when they've been dealing with the witnesses in this case. And that statement that Portland made to the police was in the capacity of a witness. And they have not been honest with the other statements that other witnesses have made to them. These witnesses are saying that they don't remember making these statements. So we would like to have that statement removed unless the police can find another instance where our client has made this statement, because we're saying that he didn't. Shout out to Nick the Slick. Wait, hold on. Shout out to Triple M or Quadruple M. What the heck is after 3 squared? When something is after when what is it when it's 4? Anyway, I don't know what to call him. Maker says, you're on path to a nationally syndicated show like Nancy Grace and Court TV. Trust me, people are watching. Your talented commentary. Well, appreciate you. Even if people aren't watching, I appreciate you. It feels good to hear nice things every once in a while. Just sometimes. Shout out to Nick the Slick. He says, salute BBN gang. All right, so, and I want to be clear about this. Because the police only have this statement from him one time, and he hasn't made this statement allegedly. He is not quadruple. No, it's not quadruple. No, that's not. But thank you. I appreciate you. Quadruple goes with once, twice, like that. Triple, quadruple, that's what that is. All right, so what's next? Quintuple? Centuple? And then what's 7? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I think that's the shit that be stalling me sometimes. I just like puzzles. I just like puzzles, fam. Anyway, so just so we could be clear, in this particular situation, they're gonna argue that their client did not say that. If that statement is removed, remember, right now, the only thing that the prosecution has, in my opinion, where they can say that this person was actively a part of this investigation and trying to hinder this investigation, is the statement that he made to the police. It's not quadruple, fam. It's the statement that he made to the police. Because the statement to the police, if it was erroneous, if it was wrong, then that's a willingness to conceal the crime. And let's say they lose that argument. You could always argue that the person didn't know what to do, but I wouldn't even go that route. I'm just saying he didn't say it. Period. There's no proof that he said this. Is there do they got him on video or audio recording? If they don't have my client on video and audio recording, he didn't say this. Just saying. They probably got him on video and audio recording, but if they don't, he didn't say this. That's it. We're not playing with it. We're going to stick to that. Period. Cortland's interview is recorded. If Cortland's interview is recorded, if it is recorded, remember, I'm saying if it is recorded. I don't know if it is recorded, but if it is recorded, then we're just gonna go with the other argument that we're gonna make. My client was in a situation. He was in a shootout that just happened in the vehicle. He don't even know where the bullets came from. The shots came from behind him. He was under the belief that he was told by the other individual that was in the car. He doesn't want to say who the other individual was or whatever the case is. You could maybe go that route. He doesn't want to say. Who was it? Look, the gunpowder was on my shoulder and all my hands. I have no obligation to tell you who was in the back seat. You do know you don't have an obligation to be a witness in the trial, right? You don't have an obligation. There is no obligation, as far as I know. If you see a crime committed, you can't go to jail for not wanting to be a witness to that fucking crime. As far as I know, put it in the chat if I'm wrong. I might be wrong. But as far as I know, you can literally say that you don't want to be a witness to a crime, and you cannot be a witness, fam. So they can't force him to be a witness of a crime. Put it in the chat. I want to know if I'm wrong. And there's probably some lawyer out there like, shit, I never thought of that. There's probably some lawyer out there like, shit, I never thought of that. They can't compel your testimony. They can't force you to testify, fam. That's why they say no witnesses came forward. There's witnesses. They just decided not to come forward. I don't know. Put it in the chat. I'm curious about that. I don't know if his testimony is, and I haven't seen Pancakes in here for the longest. So I don't remember what side of the aisle Pancake is on. Remember, there's an aisle. There's the people who fucks with us, and there's the people who don't. And I haven't seen you in a long time. I sometimes forget. In any regard, they're going to try the cases at the same time. Right now, I'm going to tell you why I don't think this is the best idea for the prosecution and why it should help the defense. What the prosecution might... Oh, it's all over the internet. Okay. It's all over the internet. I didn't see it. Anybody else saw it? Put it in the chat because it's all over the internet. Anybody else saw it? Anybody else heard it? If you heard it, I'm not saying it isn't. If you heard it beside Pancake, anybody else in here that I know heard it? Not the random fake names that I usually have to kick. I'm talking about people that be in here. Anybody else heard it? I haven't heard it. Anybody else heard it? Could we get a second opinion on this? Do we got a second opinion or we just got one person? I'm not saying it didn't happen. I just want to be clear on this. Do we got a second opinion or is it just one person? Just one person? Maybe we'll ask a little bit later if more people come in. Maybe somebody else heard it besides you. You was awake, right? Okay, one, I'm not saying you're wrong. All police officers are supposed to have the damn thing on them, so when they're taking a statement, it should be recorded, just so we could be clear. The fact that you said that the audio is available and not the audio and the video leads me to believe that I don't know how much I trust you on the situation. Because it should be an audio and a video. Because they should have the camera on them, right? While they're taking your statement, correct? So I'm not saying you're wrong, fam. I'm asking if anybody else heard it. Because you're making it seem like I should have definitely have heard it. But we don't have one other person that's heard it. So even if it does exist, it's not something that everybody has seen. Makes sense? So the fact that you said it's an audio and you said like it's an audio, it should at least be a video also, right? All police officers are supposed to have the camera on them. I didn't say that you was wrong. Now you're trying to say that I'm saying that you're wrong. I didn't say that you was wrong. You're making me feel like you're not telling the truth because you're putting words in my mouth. Just saying. If you was telling the truth, why would you have to put words in my mouth? I just was saying how there's a chance that you could be right. So I literally said the opposite of what you said. I just want to be clear on that. Let me get back to the show. Anyway. Anybody else seen it? Let me know. Or heard it? Let me know. If it happened, it should exist. Right? So anybody else seen or heard it? And if nobody else seen it or heard it, that actually lends to the argument. People come here and lie all the time, Pancakes. What are you talking about? You act like people come here and lie all the time, Pancakes. All the time. Okay? There's always lies in every single YouTube content creator's chat. What are you talking about? You never YouTube before? You don't know that people just come into the... you don't know people just come into the chat and lie. No, you're right. I'm just being paranoid. Nobody's ever done that. Ever in the history of social media. With that being said. So... What I'm assuming is the reason why they want to, and this is just me assuming, I could be wrong. Biquadrate. Thank you. Biquadrate is the way to say it. Biquadrate. Biquadrate is 4 to the 4th power. Thank you. Shout out to JE. Biquadrate. Thank you. I knew it was something like that. Biquadrate. I want to need to learn that. Biquadrate. 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 Anyway, hope I'm saying it right. With that being said, what they might be trying to do is they might feel like they need for both of these cases to go on at the same time, because what I think they might be thinking, I think it's gonna backfire. Two things. First thing is this: I think they want the both cases going on at the same time because they might be feeling like if they try them one at a time, then all of the lawyers are helping on that case. So they're not just they're not just going against YNW Melly's attorneys. They're also going against YNW Melly's attorneys and Bortland's attorneys at the same time, and that's where they might think that their problem is happening. But if they try both the cases at the same time, then that means that those attorneys will be too busy taking care of their own client, so they won't be able to work all together on one specific client. That's one reason. Second reason I believe is this: I think they understand that their jury pool is effed up right now. Like the chances of them being able to get some people who haven't heard about this trial is damn near nil to none. Like it's not going to happen. And if they have another mistrial, that's going to even make it even harder for them to be able to try Bortland. That's going to make it even harder because there's going to be more YNW Melly sympathizers. Like, y'all just keep trying this dude, and y'all not getting it guilty. Y'all just keep trying him. So there might be more YNW Melly sympathizers. That's one. Two, just so we could be clear, yeah, so they're not going to be able to get a trial. That was two. So they might not be able to get a trial. So they might be trying to try them at the same time, because if they lose one more of these cases, they might a conviction for either one of them might just be out the window. These dudes did a terrible job, fam. And I just want to be clear. I was telling y'all they was doing a terrible job off the rip. We was in here laughing at them like crazy. While you have literally, and this is no disrespect to nobody, but literally almost all of the content creators on this side of YouTube, was busy talking about how YNW Melly, after the trial started, not before, after the trial started, they was busy talking about how he was getting killed in court. Well, I was telling y'all he wasn't. Well, I was like, yo, these niggas is winning. And everybody, there was people like, YNW Melly, they killing them. They saying these. I was like, dude, that's not how that's going to work. It's just not how that's going to work. I don't see how they can get a guilty verdict at this point. They need to introduce new evidence, and they need for people to change their testimony. I just don't see them being able to get, because what are you going to do? You're going to have to put that every time they put that defective on the stand, he's going to have to admit that he put pressure on people to change their testimony, or put pressure on people to testify, pardon me. That he threatened to send people to their home country, people that they've been here since they were 5 years old. They can't be deported. He was threatening to have people deported and all of these other things. Every single time he gets on the stand, fam, they need him to get on the stand, the prosecution. That's not going to change. It's not going to change that. So even if other things change, that's not going to change. He's going to consistently get on the stand and say, yes, we tried to basically coerce testimony out of witnesses by telling them that this negative thing is going to happen and that negative thing is going to happen if they don't do what we want them to do. That's not going to change. I think that specific piece of testimony was so damning. I think that's the thing that stamped the mistrial. Not even the last dude that said that he wasn't there. I just think that allowed for the people who already were going to do what they were going to do to feel better about it. To say that even if I'm wrong, I can always say I'm wrong because somebody said that he wasn't there and we believed them. But in reality, that police officer said that they was putting pressure on people to testify. Then you had another person actually get on the stand and say that the prosecution's office was also doing the same thing. What do you think is going to happen, fam? I don't see them getting a conviction. I just don't. I just don't see a conviction. They need more evidence and they need witnesses, different types of witnesses. Pancake says they have to drop the death penalty to have them tried again. Only one of them was tried. And two, Portland is not up for the death penalty at all. But I do agree that if the death penalty wasn't on the table, that there's a good chance that people would have voted differently. Because some people, you just got to have more. I believe you should need more certainty to find somebody guilty in a situation where the death penalty is up for an option. I think that you need to definitely 100% be more certain. Like, be certain, period. But the prosecution really has to prove their case. Like, there could be nothing. Pancake says, I meant to try them together. They have to drop Melly's death penalty or they can't have them tried together. These are facts. These are facts. These are facts. See, you was writing different types of comments earlier, so I misread that one, the last one. I was reading it with the same energy you was giving me previously. Yeah, they can't. You can't try people together. One person's up for the death penalty and the other one isn't. That you can't do that. But I think they need to just drop the death penalty. Period. I don't think they're gonna get a conviction. Period with the death penalty. And I said that previously. I think period. I think with the death penalty, just in general, people just want a higher level of certainty. You know how effed up it is that we got people that's been in jail right now for 20 and 30 years, 25 years, 30 years, shit like that, 40 years. And then you find out that they were really innocent and then they coming out now as old men and they went in as teenagers. You know how sad that is? Now just imagine that happened, but the person got the death penalty instead. I know people that been locked up in jail and then released because they was convicted of a crime that they didn't do. And the technology just didn't exist. Or there was a person that was lying on the witness stand. And a lot of times they say they lie because the police told them to lie. See, don't let me be the defense attorney. Because when we would have came out at to do our final statement, I would have had a whole board up there of people that got convicted of crimes and then got let out when they were older to show this is what happens. Now they want to put my client to death. What happens in 20 or 30 years and they find out he didn't do it? He don't even have the option to come out of jail and live the rest of his life. What they gonna do? Dig him up and put like marionette strings on him? I would go there. Just so we could be clear. I'd go there. Are you really certain? Have they proved their case beyond a reasonable doubt? Yeah, I'm not saying that they are gonna drop the death penalty and they can do whatever they want, fam. I think you're just here to argue. I don't want to argue. They can't drop the death penalty. Boom. You can argue that with homeboy. Don't argue that. I'm not here to argue. They do that, he could get bail. Oh yeah, because they got him up for the death penalty. So he might still not get bail. I don't think they need the death penalty to prevent him from getting bail, fam. He's accused of a double homicide, fam. You think they need the death penalty? Hold on. You think they need the death penalty to prevent him from getting bail? And this is a person that's accused of a double homicide. Okay, I'm not reading your comments no more. Like, that's the reason why you think he's accused of a double homicide, fam. You don't think it's because they think that he might go out there and kill witnesses, right? You don't think that they think that a person who commits a double homicide might just be a danger to the public. You don't think that that's the reason why they want to give him the death penalty in the first place. So they're basically just saying, so this is not AJ Armstrong. This is a whole different case. And I'm not arguing no different cases with you. I'm arguing this case. I'm arguing this case. Just this case. Just this case. I know you're going to try to say this case, that case. But that's not how that works. I'm arguing this case. Okay? Copy? This case. I know you went and did a whole bunch of studying so you could come over here and try to make a point. I get it. You spent a lot of time, but it's a waste of your time. Now I'm going to explain. He's currently being charged with a double homicide. I'm not saying it's impossible for him to get bail. I'm saying he's charged with a double homicide. You know how rare it is that they give people bail for a double homicide? Do you know how rare that is? Like, you think that that's normal because what happened for one guy, some Armstrong guy? So you think anytime one person does something that it's just commonplace and everybody's done it? Neil Armstrong walked on the moon, so that means that all of us has done it. Or have the capacity or capability to walk on the moon. Or did Neil Armstrong allegedly walk on the moon because he had a rocket ship and he had space training and he had all of these other things that made that possible? So you see how one situation, this situation, that situation don't always coexist? And then he says AJ Armstrong got bail on a double homicide. So you listen to nothing that I just said. So I'm not reading your comments no more. Anyway, listen to nothing I just said. So I'm not reading your comments anymore. We at the 42-minute mark. We do have another conversation up for debate over here. The Carlee Russell situation. I'm gonna move into that. He killed the whole topic, the whole conversation. If anybody has anything that y'all want to discuss about YNW Melly, put it in the chat. That's worth me talking about. Not you talking at me. Like, I don't want to do that. I'm a human being, fam. I'm not a wall. But I want to say something about Carlee Russell's situation. Let's go into that real quick. We already passed the 36-minute mark. So Carlee Russell has now been arrested for false kidnapping claims that she had made. And I want to say this, and this is something that I wish that they do. And I wish that they start arresting more people that's making obviously false reports. Because I want to say something. We have had a situation, and I've talked about this previously, so I'm going to talk about it again. We had a situation in the 80s and the 90s that were terrible, when people used to call the police on people all the time because they lost a fucking argument. And they'll make all types of different accusations and get people sent to jail and get people sent to crazy homes and all type of other weirdo shit that people were doing. So I think that you should 100% get in trouble for false police reporting. Now, what you have to understand is, Now, what you have to understand is this. Listen and pay attention. When she makes that false police report, that removes police resources from one area and puts them somewhere else. So that means, like, let's say you say there's a kidnapping going on, but at the same time you report a kidnapping, there's a bank robbery happening. That means that the police is probably going and looking for the kidnapper. Then by the time they find out there's a bank robbery happening, there's nothing that anybody could do. People might die. So you are making a statement, or you telling the police something that's removing resources from the greater part of the community and moving them to an isolated area in order to solve a problem. So what you're doing is you're actually endangering the rest of the society. You're endangering that particular area because there's not enough police presence. So for anybody that's saying that what I'm saying is stupid or you don't understand what I'm saying, currently the fire department, I forget if it's in New York or New Jersey, is suing the city. The fire department's union, I think, is suing whatever city that this happened in, where they forced one whole entire fire department all on one day to go down to a place to go do some kind of training or whatever the hell they had to go do. And when they did that, there was a fire. And because that particular firehouse wasn't in service that particular day because they were somewhere doing something, people died. And two of the people that died actually were firefighters that was coming from a different fire department, because by the time they got there, the fire was too big and it had raged out of control. And because these dudes is the most bravest niggas, fam, I don't know what to tell you. Firefighters gotta be, you can't even kill a fire, fam. Like, you gotta be the most bravest niggas to do shit like that. These dudes still out there trying to save lives and everything, and they was fighting a fire that raged out of control because they wasn't, the fire department that should have gotten there earlier was all out doing some other stuff for the city. So the reason why I'm saying that is because when you make fake police reports, especially things like kidnapping, that's going to make all of the police ears go boom. We got to find this kid. We got to find this kid, fam. So now imagine all the resources that get sent there. Imagine all of the overtime that they spend on that. Imagine all the gas. Imagine all of the police hours that they're spending on that. That's money. So I wouldn't be surprised if they sue her for the money just like they did with the Smollett guy. It was like, yo, look, you got to pay us back, fam. You out here making all types of different crazy, erroneous police reports. We want to get paid back. Also, and I don't wish jail on anybody, but we need for things like that to be strong responses. The reason why I say that is I think that we should always have strong responses whenever police are called for somebody over nothing. You got people that think it's funny to call the police on people. The police show up, somebody might die, fam. Like when the police got called on me that other day at the library for nothing because I didn't do anything. When the police got called on me that day, what would we be saying right now if a situation would have happened and one of them niggas would have shot me? What would we be saying right now? The people that they don't want me here no more, they be happy. But what about the rest of y'all that been helping them? And you swear up and down that you don't really want nothing bad to happen to me. What would y'all be doing? Y'all been helping these people try to destroy my life for all of this time. They finally succeed. How you going to feel? I'm curious. So calling the police on people for nothing, yes, that should be a thing. You should be held responsible. Like, how y'all gonna feel though? When these people finally convince somebody to take my life, like, how are they gonna feel? Like, how are the rest of y'all gonna feel that swear that y'all trying to help while you trying to help them, making sure I don't have nothing? Like, you understand? So you gotta understand. Tori Mosey says, yeah, if you weren't on live YouTube, I could have got killed that day, fam. I wasn't in no way at all unreasonable. And dude was putting on his gloves like he was going to attack me. I was in no way unreasonable. I was standing there. I was talking to them. I was responding to them. I was responding to their questions. I was being affable. There was no reason for that guy to even think about putting his gloves on. What happened? I get killed that day. I know there's going to be people cheering. There's going to be people clapping. There's going to be people celebrating. But what about the rest of y'all that helped the people to try to destroy my life? Y'all going to be clapping too? Anyway. That's why I don't respect none of that shit, fam. I don't respect no hate. I don't respect no hating on nobody. I don't respect none of it. Because only cowards hate on other people. Y'all think cowards avoid conflict. No, cowards hate on other people. You see a nigga walking down the block and you see somebody say, yo, that nigga think he most likely a coward, fam. Not because he's not saying it to that dude's face, but just in his mind, he feels like he needs to say a negative thing about another nigga that ain't did shit to him. That's a coward move, man. In any regard. So yeah, she's gonna be they had a jump off out there. She got fired from her job too. They was like, we don't want to deal with you. I don't blame them. She obviously has mental health problems. What I think that everybody needs to start doing whenever we have situations like this is we need to know if she's being stalked, fam. She might be getting stalked online, fam. She might not be the one that needs to be arrested. And that's what I think that we need to start looking into. Whenever there's some kind of weird ass situations like this, we need to start looking into if that person is being stalked online. That woman might be being stalked by some people, fam. My dude, they pull up, the people who stalk me come to my neighborhood, fam. They go to the park. They go to the supermarket. They just be in my neighborhood. They just come to my neighborhood to tell people negative things about me. This is not cat. So we need to, I would like to know if she's being stalked. And if she is, could those people be arrested? If she's being stalked, I think those people should be held accountable for her crime. That's just my opinion. She was upset her boyfriend was cheating on her. Why didn't she need to be held accountable? I don't know what the whole thing was. She was upset her boyfriend was cheating on her. If that's what it is, then yeah, she needs to just be held accountable. But when I first started doing YouTube, I'm going to tell you something. One of the first stories we covered over here was about some girl in Canada that took her own life. Kids are just cruel, fam. Kids are just cruel. She was about 14 years old, 13, 14 years old. Kids are just cruel, fam. Like, y'all not teaching y'all kids to have no heart. Y'all not teaching y'all kids to have no compassion, just no love in them, fam. Just none. Kids are just so cruel. So basically what happened was some kid had got some image of her or something like that. I think they tricked her and sending, she's a little girl. She's not that smart. She thought the person was her friend and he wasn't. This is why I keep trying to tell y'all, like, I don't respect the person that pretends to be your friend but talk shit about you. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, you a whole coward. Like, you the worst nigga. Like, the worst nigga is the dude that pretends to be cool with somebody just so they can go talk about them. Like, that's the worst type of nigga, fam. In any regard, like, you can't have no integrity to do that. Like, you have no integrity. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't have no integrity, fam. Anyway, that's like the lowest of the low. Like, that's really like literally snake behavior in any regard. So the young lady had gave photos to somebody or something online. So what happens is somebody posted them on social media. It started circulating all around the school. Everybody in the school started shaming her. She ends up taking her own life. She asked the school for help. Nobody helped. She asked a ton of people for help. Nobody helped. People just saw her suffering and said, you deal with it yourself. Nobody cared. That's one of the first stories we did over here. Children could just be so cruel, man. And when I see those cruel kids out there, all I could think to myself is like, why didn't your parents show you how to care about another person? Even if it ain't your parents, fam. Like, you don't have no guardians around you that teach you right from wrong. You have no compassion. Like, you a child and you don't have no compassion. You know what these children is gonna grow into? You see a child that got no compassion. What kind of adult do you think they're gonna be? I'm just saying. So R.I.P. to that young lady. She ended up taking her own life by affixing some kind of rope or something to her neck, and the other end to her ceiling fan or something along those lines. And that's how she did it. So I don't know if the Carlee's girl's boyfriend was cheating on her or whatever. But I did hear her ex-boyfriend say that she was bananas. He came out and said that. So, you know, maybe it was, maybe there's a little bit of truth there. Maybe it was he just left her. And then she was like, but we still together. You know, a lot of times that's what y'all chicks be calling the guy cheating. He ain't really cheating. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just not a couple yet, and his ex is trying to stay in his life, and he's just probably banging y'all both at the same time at that period of time. Because you know, women like to make it seem like they don't really like you. Apparently, I don't know how to pick up those women. The chicks that act like they not interested, I don't know how to pick those chicks up. I just assume you're not interested. Like, why should you lie to me? You know, that don't make sense. I just don't think it makes sense to be interested in somebody and like treat them like you're not. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. So then if they going after you, you could say that they stalking you. So then you don't know. You might be getting like, but the whole time you think she giving you vibes like, you know, pull up, and then you know, but to her you stalking her. You understand what I'm saying? So no, we're not doing that. I'd rather just die alone than be out here stalking bitches. Super cutie yesterday. I don't want to say nothing though. She like slim thick. I don't want to say nothing. I'm gonna be quiet. We at the 57-minute mark. Damn, I did all of that in 6 minutes. That was good. We at the 57-minute mark. We talking about the Carlee Russell situation right now. We also already were talking about YNW Melly. If you have any comments on any of these topics, drop it in the comment section. I'm always ready to discuss it. We had one individual in here that was busy trying to tell me. I think we was talking about the death penalty or trying them together or whatever the case is. Yeah, they can't try them together because one is getting the death penalty, the other one isn't. They tried to fight dumb hard to try to give YNW Melly the death penalty. I think that has to do with politics more than anything else. Also, I think Florida just would like to be the next state that executed a rapper. I wouldn't be surprised at that either. Also, we have an election year coming up, and I'm pretty sure that these guys want to seem like they're really, really hard on crime, especially things like murder, just so we can be clear. So another person, Cheese, says they can't drop the death penalty. They do that, he could get bail. So I don't think they're going to give him bail regardless that there's a death penalty or not. I think that he's up for the death penalty adds to the reason why you can't give him bail. While I'm saying I doubt they would give him bail, it's a double murder. The reason why they're giving him a death penalty in the first place, it's a double murder. There's a different guy who allegedly called BJ Armstrong. He's out on bail. But that doesn't mean that they have the same circumstances and situations. They might actually be reason to believe or reasons that could be argued that I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is not the same situation where they're saying 4 people was in a car and only 2 people got out alive. I doubt this is the same situation. I'm going to tell you the shit that killed me. And this is why it's so hard to have a conversation with people who they only want to talk about statistics. So I'm going to use LeBron James and Michael Jordan for a second. If you look at LeBron James and Michael Jordan's statistics and you put them side to side, you'll say, you know what? These players are pretty complementary to each other. They probably as good as each other. You know what? It would have been dope to see them play against each other. Then you go get footage of Michael Jordan scoring over the top of 3 guys at a time, 2 guys at a time. That kind of sounded crazy. Pause. Scoring over 3 defenders at a time, 4 defenders at a time, being absolutely unstoppable with incredible athleticism. And then you see LeBron James, and he's doing some good dunks and he's doing some good moves, but he doesn't actually have any staple moves. I want somebody to tell me what's a LeBron James staple move that LeBron James does that no one else can do. When MJ was in the league, no one else was doing that fadeaway the way he did that fadeaway. Still, no one else does that fadeaway the way he does that fadeaway. Michael Jordan fucking fadeaway. Nobody reverses the ball the way Michael Jordan reverses the ball. Nobody. Michael Jordan reverse. I need for somebody to explain to me what LeBron James does that stands out athletically on the court that no one else can do. See, that's what happens when you just say statistically this thing and this thing is comparable. Because statistically they might be comparable, but stylistically they aren't. And that's the thing that makes them 2 separate things. And now, just so we could be clear, I don't trust Cheese Franks ever. I'm not reading no more of your comments. I don't trust you no more. The dude is saying, look it up on the internet. I'm not telling him what he's saying is wrong. Why are you talking to me like what I'm saying, you're saying is wrong? I didn't say what you're saying is wrong. I'm saying these are 2 separate incidences. But you're going to talk to me. Pardon me. You're going to talk to me like what I'm saying is that you're incorrect so you can say that I'm wrong about something. You're trying to give my words value. You're trying to take my power away from me by saying that I'm saying something or you know what I'm saying while I'm telling you what I'm saying and you're ignoring it. We got anybody else in here that want to comment besides people that's just here to argue? I'm curious. At this point, I'm just curious. Because this show is absolutely not what I want to be doing this morning. I don't want to be doing what these guys is doing. Anybody else in here, or we just got these guys? I'm going to take a quick break. Be right back. If we only got these guys, there's no reason to keep the show going on much longer. All they do is put words in my mouth. And so I don't really want to talk to them. Maybe we go to Midtown today. I might want to go to Midtown today. I'm 100% that way, fam. I don't really care to be liked or none of that. Fuck it. Sometimes people only like you if they could treat you badly. If they can't treat you bad the way they want to treat you bad, they don't like you. Like the only way them dudes at the basketball courts is going to like me if I agree to play and don't get no passes. So I don't play with them. So if they drop the death penalty, you saying that they don't have no motive? I just want to explain to y'all what this dude just said. If the state drops the death penalty, I'm just going to read the comment, just verbatim. The state dropped death penalty, their theory of why he did it dies, really no motive. So, based on whether they are giving him the death penalty or not, is based on the theory of their motive. I don't know. I think you heard some things that you don't understand, and you're coming in here and you're trying to repeat them to me. That's what I think happened. You heard some things that you just don't understand. So you come in here and you're trying to repeat them to me. And the reason why you keep trying to put words in my mouth, because in order for the things that you say to be right from wherever you heard them at, I have to have certain positions. But I don't have those positions. So this argument that you're trying to bring to me, it don't work. Because the position that you're trying to force me to have, I don't have. You heard some things and you don't understand it, but you're here trying to repeat it to me. I know you think that makes you sound smart. I get it. To people who don't know no better, I'm pretty sure you sound intelligent. Anything else anybody want to talk about? Because this is obviously, I'm arguing with a person who don't even understand the context of their own words. I'm having a discussion. I'm not arguing with nobody. I'm having a discussion with a person who don't even understand the context of their own words. Anybody else in here? Because this is just a waste of time. Okay, I don't know this person. I'm assuming you're with the Cheese Franks guy. What up, Key Nitty? Nope. I don't want to debate for nothing. I'm telling you what you're doing. I don't want to debate you, and I'm never going to have you on my show. I would never have somebody on my show that put words in my mouth. Why would I do that? I don't know if I'm going to be doing a live reaction to the fight tonight. I would love to. Anybody invite me over to their crib to watch the fight? Somebody invite me over to their crib to watch the fight. I'm doing a live reaction. Key Nitty says you did a great job on the 6ix9ine case. Appreciate you. There you go, Cheese Franks. I was waiting to kick you. I was waiting. Shout out to Cheese Franks. Y'all can't see his comments anymore because I kicked him. So y'all can't see none of his comments. But believe me, if you're watching this on replay, believe me when I tell you, he ain't have no points. He was just trying to figure out what I was saying and trying to bring me opposite information. I will never debate anybody that's putting words in my mouth. What the hell? Why would I debate a narcissist? That don't make sense. You should jailbreak a Fire Stick. That's how I watch your sports for free. I don't want to do nothing illegal. Hey, shout out to Tori Mosley. Somebody dropping some comments. I got a question. Tori Mosley, how long you been in the room? You been in the room all morning or you just got here? Been in the room all morning or you just got here? I got a question I want to ask you. That Melly case is crazy, but you're right. They dropped the ball. Yeah, that was terrible prosecution. I mean, everybody said that. I'm not the only one. I don't want to make it sound like I'm the only one that said that, but yeah, that was terrible. They were terrible. They were not good at their job. They were definitely terrible at their job. I don't want to debate with people that's putting words in my mouth. I want to be clear about that, because then now that turns into me having a debate with you about what I'm saying and not having a debate with you about what we actually talking about. So if my whole entire conversation with you is me trying to reiterate, I didn't say that at all, then why would I want to talk to you? That don't make sense. Like when I go play basketball out here, why would I play basketball with people that I know aren't going to pass me the ball when I'm wide open? They're not going to pass me the ball if I cut to the hoop. If I'm standing under the basket, you're not going to pass me the ball. Why would I put myself through that frustration? It'd be better to just not play. And I don't want to, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's because of lack of basketball IQ or what I think it is. Y'all niggas just don't like me. The fuck? Why would I play? That don't make sense. The fuck? I'm fine. I don't need to play with nobody. I promise you I'm fine. The way my self-esteem is set up, I'd rather just not play with you. I'd rather never play with another human being at anything ever again than do that. Understand your value, fam. Why play ball if nobody's gonna pass the ball? My nigga, that's what okay, so hold on. Sidebar, this don't got nothing to do with the actual show. So I go out there yesterday, right? So there's a whole bunch of kids out there, it's a whole bunch of dudes out there. These is teenagers and young adults. I know a couple of them, and I've seen quite a few of them play, and they look like they're having a good game. Even the dudes that I never saw before. They look like they're having a good game. I also see the kids out there. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to play at all, but they look like they're having a good game. I'm gonna go get dressed because maybe other people come out here that I feel comfortable playing with. Because I don't know if I feel comfortable. Like there was only 8 people out there. I think 8 or 9 people. So if this team lose, I mean I gotta get 2 people on that team that don't pass me the ball. If that team lose, then I gotta get 1 person on my team that don't pass me the ball. So fuck it. You understand what I'm saying? If more people come out that are the other niggas that pass the ball, then I'll play. So I got switched. I come back out there. No more people come out. So I just don't play. So there's a point. This is the funny part. So there's a point where somebody asks me, do I got next? And I'm like, I don't got next. But before I could say I don't got next, another dude that was already playing said, yo, I'm out after this one. Nigga, I don't even want to run with you niggas. Know your value. Know your worth. I don't even want to run with you niggas. What the fuck are you talking about? You out after this one? You should be out now. Why are you waiting for the game to end? I ran a couple of games. I ran a game with the kids, and then we played a little bit of football, and I got up out of there. Yeah, I don't care about that shit. Know your value, fam. Know your value. Once you treat me like my value is less than what I believe it to be, I just don't really fuck with you no more. Let's get back to the actual subject matter. What y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. What y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. Let's open up the discussion for all things. What y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. That Carlee Russell shit, they need to definitely, they like, that chick is dangerous. She gonna end up killing somebody. Man, she dangerous. I think that people don't really understand how bad the mental health problem is, because the number one way to tell whether somebody has a mental health problem we ignore, and that's hate. Most of the people that got a mental health problem, they got hate in them. They just got hate in them. So what's happening is they're spreading that hate to everybody else. And so that's why you see people out here and they're just miserable, because they're not haters innately, but the hate is making them miserable, even though they're not the ones that's doing the hating. So we got a lot of people with mental health problems out here. Dude, imagine how bad the mental health problems got to be to individuals that follow me around trying to get everybody to hate me, fam. Just think about that for a minute. They know I'm a good person, so they have to follow me around to try to get people to hate me. But they know I'm a good person. And if they don't follow me around to try to get people to hate me, everybody's going to like me. You know how evil that got to be? You know a person is a good person. And if you don't follow them around and tell lies about them, everybody is going to like them. So we got to make sure that we follow this man around his whole entire life and tell lies on him and try to make shit seem like it ain't. So I'm in the supermarket the other day. So I put my food, I want to tell you this story. I wanted to tell you this story yesterday. So I put my food on the counter. There's a lady in front of me, a man or a lady, independent of who it is, it doesn't matter. Their food is on the conveyor belt. So I put my food on the conveyor belt after them. The lady takes the food, runs the food through the register, puts the other person's stuff in the bag, the person paying everything, the person leaves. So I step up. You know, the lady didn't even want to press the conveyor belt to move my food down. She goes like this to me, like I'm doing something wrong. And then she turns around and looks at other people like I'm starting trouble with her. I just laugh, fam. Like, what am I going to do? Like, so you know that you're doing some fucked up shit. It's obvious anybody watching you doing this, knowing you doing some fucked up shit. And if I respond in any way, I'm going to be the villain and you're gonna be the person that people are gonna have sympathy for. So I could have just stand there and I just laugh, fam. Like shit, I hate going outside. Dude. And then she didn't want to press the fucking conveyor belt to move my food and made it seem like I did something wrong because there was already food on the belt and I put my food behind it. And then turned around and tried to get other people to give me fucked up energy. Like I did something wrong. I hate going outside. You have no idea. Anyway, so we definitely, that lady definitely 100%. And so and also whenever I go past her shit, she talks shit about me to whoever's the next person on the line. Shit is crazy. And I be hearing her sometimes. She just talks shit about me. Tori Mosley says, what question did you have? Oh, so the dude that was in here. Okay. So what question did I have? Is this all? Am I exaggerating when I say that people come into the chat and they just trying to make arguments up and put words in my mouth? Am I exaggerating? Because I feel like that basically happens every show. Am I exaggerating? Or is that just not something that happens? I don't even know if that's the real Tori Mosley. Shit, I think that's the real Tori Mosley. And they think that's debating. They give me a position that I don't even have. Since the Treyway trial. They give me a position that I don't even have. And then they talk about they want to have a debate with me over it. I will never debate none of you niggas. Okay, so I'm going to tell you something I do in real life. So if me and you talking about a thing and you trying to tell me I'm saying something and I'm saying I'm not saying that. I say it like once or twice. And then once you still trying to tell me that's really what I'm saying, I'm usually thinking, you know what? This is probably the last time I'm ever going to talk to you on purpose. I'm gonna avoid all comments. This is what's going on in my head at this point. While you're trying to keep telling me what I'm saying, after I done told you 2 or 3 times, is not what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm never gonna talk. There's a lot of people I just don't talk to no more, and I don't have no ill will towards you. I don't dislike you or nothing. I just don't accept the way that you think I deserve to be treated. That's it. We need to do more of that. If somebody's not treating you the way that you deserve to be treated, and I'm not saying go out of their way doing nice things for you. I'm saying if they're not treating you up to the level that you believe that they at least consider you to be an okay person. Like, what the fuck are you dealing with them? Key Nitty says, Tori, Jack did a great job. Appreciate you. You're like, what the fuck? Why are you dealing with them? Like, why? Like, why would you do that? Like, that don't even make sense. You understand? So I just don't talk to people. And could I just say something? For all the people that say that I'm a bad person, I literally just stopped talking to people. I don't go do no getting revenge on people. I never try to hurt nobody or nothing. So when these people are coming to you with all of these made up ass stories about shit that I did to them, why do you believe it? Like, why would you believe it? Like, that don't even... So that's the shit that killed me. Like, this shit don't even make sense. Oh, the lady in the supermarket, she tries to make it seem like I'm arguing with her all the time. So anytime I go through her line, she just mistreats me. So if I say or do anything, she could tell people I'm being crazy. So she didn't even want to hit the conveyor belt. So if I say anything to her at all, any kind of response, she could then pretend like I'm doing something to her. I think the food banger was great, but people don't understand that was Food's story about Shadi, not yours. Thank you. I appreciate that. We don't do media on this side of YouTube. They do gossip pages. So whenever I'm doing actual media, it don't work. It works for people who want media, but you know, whether people want to admit it or not, most of y'all niggas that call yourself gangsters and all this other shit, y'all don't really want media. Y'all want gossip. Y'all want to hear the latest gossip. Women gossip. You understand? So whenever we gossiping, we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. So there's nothing I could do about that. People wanted gossip. People didn't want the actual facts. I had people that wanted me to tell stories about how they had videotapes of this and that, and I wouldn't do it. I would allow for people to say whether they did a thing, because that's still a story. You understand what I'm saying? But I wasn't allowing for people to just tell me any old thing and then I say any old thing unless they was coming with some kind of proof, or whether I'm not saying it is a thing. I'm saying a person is saying it. I'm not the one that called dude a snitch. Somebody else called dude a snitch. Shout out to Breaking News. This is Good Morning Frost. I'll be in New York August 7th. Salute. Are we cool? I hope we're cool. Salute. You coming to New York August 7th? Let's set something up. Do a thing. Are we cool? I have no idea if we're cool. You see, if you a green team, I wouldn't be questioning this. Pancakes, no, I remember you from before Pancakes. I don't remember what our relationship was like. He says, bro, I've been years since I was here. Things have changed. I'm sorry you're dealing with drama. More than dealing with drama, I'm just in a situation where people don't feel comfortable supporting the platform because of the things that's being said about me and the assertions and how people are attacking my character. So, like I said before, you got people running around my neighborhood physically where I live, trying to badmouth me and trying to destroy my life. I'm not saying nothing. But what's going to happen is those people that's running around saying shit, you exposing who you are. Because these same people that you telling I'm a bad person to, these same people that you showing videos from 3, 4, 5 years or whatever, that saying, see, he's a bad person. These are the same people that see me every day and see me conduct myself honorably and see me being a good guy and see me just being a good person. Don't forget that part. What up, Guns? T Nitty says you did build the New York Bloods up on the internet, and that was major. I did a lot for people. He's laughing. I did a lot for people out of the kindness of my heart, and because I believe everybody deserves a voice. So, well, most people deserve a voice. So I did a lot for people, and I still got much love for all the organizations in New York City. I do want us to start moving towards a collective effort of improving our communities. And I know it's hard because the only money a lot of us can make right now in the hood is illegal money. So it's hard. So we have to figure out a way to make it so it's profitable to not be doing illegal business in the hood. Because how can you go tell a nigga that's making $5,000? How you going to tell a nigga that's making $5,000 a week selling drugs that's he's providing for his family to just stop doing that? Now what is he going to do? He don't got no other source of income. He don't got no nothing. You go want him to not stop because it's hurting the community. But at the end of the day, it's our society putting forth the efforts to make sure that everybody can have jobs. Is our society putting forth the effort to make sure everybody's safe and has food? I don't think our society is. So, you know, there's a lot of voices that need to be spoken for. And sometimes those voices are on the other side of the law. And sometimes those voices are not necessarily doing shit that's helping the community. But our society, they rather put up fucking methadone clinics and drug response clinics rather than put up buildings specifically for feeding people. Why don't we have a building in our community? Why don't we have a building in our community that's specifically set up to feed people in the community that are hungry? Why don't every single underprivileged community have this? I don't have a problem with the person's channel that you just said. I just got to be mindful of not saying certain people saying other channels' names on my platform because they usually then start wanting to argue with me. So I have to be very mindful and very careful. But I would love to be able to work with other YouTube platforms. They should contact me on my Instagram. Key Nitty says I done work with hip hop 1978. We paying attention. Hip hop, Jay-Z, first day and all. Okay, let's go. What was we just talking about? I don't want to get off of it. Yeah, so shout out to that. We need to figure out something in our neighborhoods, but at the end of the day, it's a thing that we got to do first. So we can talk about the police, we could talk about the politicians, we could do all of that, but until we start making certain moves and we start saying that certain things just aren't acceptable, there's not no help that's going to be given. You understand? We have to decide how valuable we are. And just like when I go to the park, if you don't value my play, I'm just not going to play. I'm fine with that. I'm cool. Don't worry. I'm not upset. I'm perfectly fine. I mean, I'm cool here watching y'all play, to be honest with you. I'm actually so unselfish, you wouldn't believe it. So I'm fine with watching you play. I remember when you did the interview with the Bronx Borough president. That was dope. That interview was in Rosedale. It was in the Bronxdale It was in Rosedale Projects. That's in the Soundview area. Shout out to Ruben Diaz Jr. Yeah, he gave me an interview anytime I wanted one. He'd pull up on me. Like, I'll be at events and he'll just see me and recognize me and come up and be like, yo, what's up? Boom. Shout out to Louis Diaz Jr. Our current Bronx Borough president. I also met her a couple of times. She was always cool. I met her a couple of times. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, like, yeah, I met her a couple of times. That's a fact. First time I met her, I believe it was at an event that Louis Diaz Jr. actually put me onto. And at that event, I actually interviewed a couple of politicians and shit like that. They was more than happy to come over and talk to us. You know, small YouTube channel. It was more than happy to come hang out with us. That was dope. What else we talking about? Put it in the chat. We might have we had some senators actually pull up to Seagate recently. I wish I would have known. I would have went in there, set up shop, and brought that to you. So the next time we have any politicians pull up to Seagate, I'm gonna go set up shop, go ask them a couple of questions. I'm not there to try to get them to like go viral or anything like that. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go up there, ask them a couple of questions, try to find out what's happening. I haven't even heard the Kodak Black 6ix9ine track. I'm pretty sure it's pretty good. 6ix9ine collabs really well with hip hop artists. I think every song that I've heard him on, he makes the song better. I'm not even gonna lie. He's really good at bringing that energy, whatever the case might be. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the song's pretty good. I'll check it out today. I don't listen to that much music no more. I listen to music to create a mood more than anything else. So I don't just listen to music because I'm like, yo, that's a dope song. Let me just listen to it right now. I listen to music more than anything else because I'm trying to create a mood. I'm trying to be in a certain state of mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's pretty good though. I think 6ix9ine. I think he makes better music than he gets credit for from the individuals that don't like him. I think he makes better music than he gets credit for. I mean, especially if we just talking about drill music, like his drill music. At least I can understand what he's fucking saying. I'm not. So shout out to 6ix9ine. Shout out to Kodak Black for working with him. I think that actually. I think that means a lot. The fact that Kodak Black worked with him. I don't understand why he's being blackballed in the first place. Yeah, he snitched. I get it. I 100% get it. But And the public don't know how prevalent snitching is in the hip hop community. I get it. Um, but I'm gonna need y'all to hold everybody else that snitched after him to the same standard. And I don't see the same hate going towards some of the other individuals. The one thing I will say about Boosie is he's pretty consistent with hating everybody that's snitching. But so Gunna came out as snitching, right? There's a ton of other artists that I feel went hard on 6ix9ine, but not going hard on Gunna. You understand what I'm saying? We had people talking about how 6ix9ine needed to move out of the country. Gunna did worse snitching than what 6ix9ine did, if you really understand. I didn't hear nobody say he got to move out the country. Yeah, I don't hear nobody saying he got to move out the country. 6ix9ine got to move out the country, though, fam. I didn't hear nobody saying Gunna got to move out the country. The argument might be made that Gunna makes better music, but I think the argument is more Gunna's the right color. And I think that this is actually indicative of another problem that we actually have in our community, where we believe that it's okay for black people to do other black people harm, but nobody else can. Instead of us believing that nobody should be doing anyone harm, especially our own people towards our own people. It's like it's acceptable if your family do you dirty and your family do you bad. It's acceptable. Just other people can't. And I'm saying that we need to get rid of that standard. It shouldn't be acceptable for your family to do you dirty. Matter of fact, it should be less acceptable for your family to do you dirty. We're not kids no more. We whole grown adults, and your family's out here holding vendettas against you since you was a teenager, and you in your 20s and you in your 30s. What the fuck? That's not acceptable. Your family's out here not being supportive when you're doing the thing. That's not acceptable. But people would like to be able to treat you unsupportively, everything else. But at the end of the day, they'll say, but we family. No, nigga. We are relatives. See, that's the misconception that people have. We're relatives. We're not family. Family is an emotion. Family is in a feeling. Family is emotion. Family is a feeling. We're relatives. We're related to one another. And our relation is because of a blood relation, right? We have an ancestral relation to one another. We're not family. You don't care about my well-being, and I'm upset about the fact that you don't care about my well-being, so I don't consider you to be in the area of people that I say that I love. So we are not family. I knew I was going to kick you. I was just waiting. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Hassan Campbell. If somebody, I want a blueberry muffin. If somebody is buying me a blueberry muffin, we walk into the store for a blueberry muffin, fam. Y'all want to go outside? Who buying me a blueberry muffin? I want a blueberry muffin. Hassan Campbell. What you want to talk about specifically regarding Hassan Campbell? Anybody buying me a blueberry muffin? We headed outside. I want a blueberry muffin. I want a blueberry muffin. Anybody buying me a blueberry muffin? We headed outside. The new video, he says the people are going hard on him. I don't know if you tried to make a pause sentence. Explain that. Can you give me some context? What you mean by all going hard? Angry at him or going hard for him in his favor? I don't completely understand the context of the comment. What do you mean? They should be angry with him. As soon as Gillian Wallow is loved, fam, they should be angry with him. I think that he didn't consider the feelings, the emotions, or the situation of the family before he spoke. But I don't think he meant any harm. I mean, I don't think he meant to be disrespectful. I don't think he meant to speak badly about them. Hey, Jason Elliott, I thought I didn't unblock you. Jason Elliott, I thought I didn't unblock you. So if that's the real Jason Elliott, hit my DMs just so I can know that's the real you and it's not a fake account. Because I didn't go back, fam. You hit me up like, yo, you didn't unblock me. I thought I didn't unblock you, fam. I mean, you cool now. I'm just calling you out on this shit because you told me I didn't unblock you and I unblocked you. I just think that sometimes we got to be more mindful. Like, sometimes things happen and I'll be like, I unblocked you the day I told you I unblocked you, fam. I literally found your name. I didn't even have to unblock anybody else. I literally opened the shit up and found your name specifically. I put a lot of, I specifically looked for your name. I didn't unblock nobody else. I just thought I might not have hit the save button. So when you was like you were not unblocked, I was like, shit, did I hit the save button? I might not have hit the save button. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You've been unblocked. You've been unblocked since the day I told you. You've been unblocked since the day I told you, fam. I don't know what to tell you. You've been unblocked. I didn't go and unblock nobody since the day I unblocked you. I didn't touch my computer in that capacity. Anyway, let's get back to it. So, I don't think he meant any harm. I don't think he meant any harm. I don't think he meant to be disrespectful. I think that that's just his thing to say those type of things in those type of moments. You understand? That's just his thing. The fact that he had a lot of people in there, that doesn't mean that he wasn't getting a lot of shit for what he said. I think he could have been a little bit more tactful. But like I said before, I think the thing that he suffers from is the same thing a lot of us suffer from, and that's not actually having a co-host. I think that when we have a co-host, we have 2 or 3 people up here, it could make the job a lot more easier. Because sometimes you need somebody to have an opposing viewpoint. It's not about you being right or wrong. See, I'm going to say something real quick. The problem is people come in here and they try to have a conversation with me and they're trying to debate how I'm right or wrong about something, like basically how I'm wrong. If you're debating me about how I'm wrong, that means we're not talking about the topic. You're talking about my statement. If we're discussing the topic, you're not in here discussing with me how I'm wrong. You're in here discussing the topic with me. And by you discussing the topic with me, you understand what I'm saying? We're exposing things inside of the conversation that lends to what you believe, your position, or lends to what I believe, my position. But if my whole conversation with you is to say how what you're saying is incorrect and what you're saying is wrong, then we're not even talking about the topic, fam. We're just talking about what you're talking about. And that's what I mean by I don't think people understand how to have a conversation. And so they don't even understand debating. You don't debate what the person is saying. You're debating the position that they stand on the topic. People want to debate specifically the words that are coming out of my mouth. That's not even a debate. That's why I say I don't know how intelligent you guys are. You don't want to talk about the topic. You want to talk specifically about what I said, and while taking what I said out of context. So either you are smart and you're just evil, either you are not very smart and you mean well, or you're not very smart and you're evil. But it's one of the three. Shout out to Jason Elliott pulling up. So what is up, Jason Elliott? Muffins on you this morning. Somebody buying me a muffin this morning. I want to go to the store and get a muffin. Somebody buying me a muffin this morning. I'm going to the store to get a muffin anyway. Is anybody buying for it? What's that? I'm looking at the charger on the phone. Hold on. Because that sometimes that is what's determining whether we're going outside or not. It's the charger on the phone. We might go for a muffin. I think I want to go for a muffin. I need to re-iron these damn shorts. I'm sitting here with my elbows in the shorts. Now the damn shorts got wrinkles like hell on the front of them. Hold on. What shoes we were in here. This job, this is a job. It's not really as easy as it looks. It is definitely not as easy as it looks. Shout out to the individual that just said for muffin and the coffee, they don't need a shout out. I appreciate that. I mean, I was going to the store anyway. If anybody else want to add some muffin money, you could always pull up. I want a blueberry muffin. I like blueberry muffins. I like blueberry muffins, but specifically the freaking Dunkin' Donut blueberry muffin is so freaking good. The only problem is it got all that damn sugar on the top of the damn thing. But other than that, oh man, those are the best blueberry muffins, man. There's only one blueberry muffin I've ever had that I consider to be better. And that is, there's a shop that makes blueberry muffins because they come from like different shops throughout New York City, and they're the ones that supply those guys that's like on the corner in those little shacks and shit, coffee shacks and shit. Well, I don't know if they have the same they do not have the same blueberry muffins that they had when I was growing up. That place might be out of business, or they might have changed their fucking recipe. But they had this place, and it was it was the best. Those are just the best blueberry. I fell in love with blueberry muffins because of that place. That's all I can say. That place. I fell in love with blueberry muffins. I should run and brush over the front of these sneakers real quick. Give me 1 second. We're gonna walk to the store, get a blueberry muffin. I want a blueberry muffin. Now the phone is the power's going out of the phone super quick. Why? I'm so pissed at that. Alright, so we're gonna do that. We're not taking the charger to the phone store with us. So we might not make it back. I want a blueberry effing muffin though. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I'm going to tell you something I think is wild. So, people be in a relationship, right? With somebody that they want to keep, but because they also have this desire to control the other individual. And we're not talking about, yo, I don't want you to wear this when you go outside, or, you know, you've been hanging out with your boys all the time, come spend time with me, or, you know, whatever either side may complain about. I'm not talking about that, just so we can be clear. Because, you know, I'm not talking about that. But what I'm saying is, let's say it's controllable shit, right? So a person will be in a whole relationship with a person that they want to be with, and it'll be something super small, and they'll allow for a fucking argument or a misunderstanding or a problem to come up from something super small. Listen to what I gotta say. Pay attention. Oh shit, I unplugged the wrong thing. Hold on. Unplug this. No, I'm unplugging both. Right. So listen to what I gotta say. I want to say this while walking. Hold on. Listen to what I gotta say. I want to say this shit while walking. I need my wallet. I was gonna walk out without my wallet. I was walking out without anything. Shit. Yes, we got an overcast. Oh, I got a butterfly right dead in front of my house this morning, right as I'm walking out. So is that a morph or a butterfly? Let me make sure. No, there's a shitload of different types of butterflies, by the way. I don't know what that is. What is that? Fly a little so we can. Okay, I don't know what that is. But when it was flying, it looked like a butterfly, though. Morning. All right. It's flying. It just looked like a butterfly. I wonder how the people that hate me feel, right? I'm on the phone. Sorry. I wonder how the people that hate me feel. Like, how does it work? Like, y'all don't feel like your integrity is being interrupted when I constantly come outside, and as soon as I leave my fucking door, people are saying hello to me. Like, y'all don't even care about integrity no more. Like, y'all don't care. It's obvious that you niggas got some kind of. I don't even care at this point. Y'all just like, fuck it, we gonna lie to the wheels fall off. I'm doing. I remember when you only person to interview Nuke. Shout out to Nuke at the club during Treyway case. That was epic. I didn't actually interview him, but I did speak with Nuke. Shout out to Nuke. Nuke pulled up. Shout out to him. Yeah. That's the homies right there. All right, so let's say this. So this is the shit that kills me about relationships. Y'all saying that the Carlee girl broke up with her boyfriend, and when she broke up with her boyfriend, that's when all of the weirdo shit started happening, right? Hold on, let me see what this charge is. Right? So this is what I want to say. Y'all be in a relationship with somebody that is a good person. You know the person is a good person. But people will be so busy fighting these little wars that don't mean nothing with their significant other. Because to them it'd be like, yo, this is so small, this is nothing. But you know what happens? Y'all be fighting these so small, this don't mean nothing battles. And then now how does that feel when over the course of a year you got to fight 20, 30 of these fucking battles that don't mean nothing? How does that, so now that little things that y'all keep arguing about, complaining about, that really don't mean nothing, now y'all done argued and complained so much that these are big things and these are hurdles in the relationship. Now I'm saying all of that based on the fact that this person did a fake kidnapping, fam. Not only did she fake kidnap herself, but she also fake kidnapped the fake kid. This is next level. Imagine what kind of shit she was sending her man through, fam. I mean, what the hell do I know? Maybe she was like the best girlfriend ever. I have no idea. But imagine what she was sending her man through, fam. She not only fake kidnapped herself, she fake kidnapped the whole kid that ain't even real. Hey, how you doing this morning? She fake kidnapped herself and fake kidnapped the fake kid, fam. Just think about that for one moment. Imagine what her man was going through. Oh, wow, they really colorful this morning. Sheesh. Looking so pretty over there. Looking all of the prettinesses. Oh, wowzers. Look at this one. I like her daughter. Anyway, so. Morning.
Morning. How are you?
Chilling. I gotta start. I did try to help other people, and that is what fucked me up. Shout out to Kid Nitty. I'm gonna try to get back to working on the BBN, and I'm gonna stop extending myself so much to everybody else. That is where most of my problems and issues all stem from. This is a fact. So I'm saying this. So homegirl, just so we could be clear, said that she got kidnapped. Said a kid that don't even exist got kidnapped. I could just imagine. All right, I could just imagine the bullshit that she was sending her man through. Imagine what kind of life this dude had. Cutie. So imagine the problems. Imagine the problems. Just imagine them that her man was going through. She fake kidnapped herself, and the whole, send that woman, give her a couple of months, fam. Just a little bit of time. You know, just a little bit. I'm not trying to wish nobody in jail, but you might be saving her life, fam. You might be saving somebody else's life. Imagine some dude don't know what imagine she changed her name. And some dude don't know what type of time she on. And he start dating her. And then the next thing you know, they find him in a suitcase and shit. Only some of them. The rest of them they find at the dump. Come on, man. Get that girl some help. She obviously has some shit going on and don't nobody know what it is. That shit is bananas, man. She fake kidnapped herself. What up, homie? What the hell was he looking at? I never know what's going on. How you doing in the morning? I never know what's going on, fam. I just be in my own world. I really don't be nosy. But yo, some real shit. She fake kidnapped herself and fake kidnapped the fake kid that don't even exist, man. It's bananas. Get that girl some help. Maybe don't put her in jail, but get her some help, fam. And I'm not one of those people that think that everybody needs to get some kind of medication. Stop doing that. Y'all making the situation worse. There be somebody that just has a situation that they're living in that's causing their trauma. And if they weren't living in that situation, they wouldn't even have trauma. And then you go get that person medication. How does that help? They're still living in the situation that's creating the trauma. So, what the fuck, fam? Like, what the fuck? That thing's just happening. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Shit, they just almost kicked me off and they brought us back. So, I don't know if they're about to kick y'all out the room. They might. I kicked somebody a second ago. And when I kicked them, I think our reception started going crazy. I think they started attacking the page. Whenever I kick certain people, they attack the page. So y'all might be getting kicked. Anyway, so yeah, shout out to that chick. Anything else y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. Anything else y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. blueberry muffin, fam. I can go get a blueberry muffin out this bitch. Yo, y'all want to go to Midtown today? Today? Oh, wait. I'm supposed to go play basketball. I told the kids I'm going to play basketball with them today. If we go to Midtown, I got to be dumb early. I think I also said football. I think I'm supposed to be playing basketball and football today. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm supposed to be playing basketball and football. I don't need much, man. Like, I really don't. Hold on, I can't see your comment. 400 million in equipment sent to Ukraine. Sheesh. What video it said was on private? This video? They got a 50-year hip-hop event out where? Why is this the second time I'm hearing about that 50-year hip-hop event? I think wait, where at? Because there's a ton of 50-year hip-hop events going on. Y'all want to go to one of these? Wait, you said that it said that my video was on private? Maybe that's how they kicking y'all out the room? I gotta change all of my passwords again. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe that's why we don't get up to stay in the hundreds anymore. Maybe that's what's happening. I asked breaking news, which video, could somebody check and see if my video says on private? Anyway, and if it does, then you can't get back in, DM me. And they got a 50-year hip-hop event out where? We got a lot of the stuff that's been happening. They got one coming up in August that's supposed to be somewhere. Shit is crazy. I want blueberry muffin. August 6th in Coney Island, we there. Oh shit, my homies, somebody just told me they was gonna, not my homie. Oh, when I lost reception, it said private. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Video Music Box event, I'll look into it. I 100% know some people that's gonna be there. I'll look into it. Y'all gotta understand, like the people that fuck with me in the industry most of the time, cause somebody check and see if it's on private right now. A lot of the people that mess with me in the industry, like they want me to pop out. Like they don't look at me like a way for not popping out. They want me to pop out. I get invited to all of these things. Like it's never no fuck Frost. Like it's not that energy, fam. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, stop listening to them widows. It's never that energy. Cause somebody see if my video's on private right now, it's never that energy. They got a spot at SOBs. They got a show at SOBs. I don't know. Okay, so once again, we don't have music heads in here that support doing that type of shit. The only, we get support for going to the store to get a fucking blueberry muffin, fam. I don't get support for covering music. It doesn't do anything for me. You understand? We don't have people in our community that want me to cover music. They don't do anything for me. So every time I cover music, if it's not something that I specifically want to cover and I specifically want to be there, like, okay, so Shan feels away because he wasn't invited to a event involving Shan, involving the hip hop, and he's saying Nas should have pulled some strings or whatever the case and got him to the event. Am I remember that correctly? I think I'm remembering that correctly. I think that's what you're talking about. In regards to that, I don't know. Does Nas have a obligation? Like, is there an obligation? A lot of times people treat you like you have an obligation to do shit for them because you was nice to them previously. So is there obligation? Are you saying that MC Shan should have been invited because of the Queensbridge? So why Nas had to invite him? Like, there's no obligation, fam. So you don't have good relations with enough people to make it so that you could come to the scene? This is MC Shan. A lot of y'all might not know about the guy, but he has a lot of bad energy with a lot of people in the game, fam. I'm just telling you what it is. There's a lot of people in the music industry that MC Shan don't shake right with. Niggas don't know that. So he probably mad at Nas because he's saying Nas is the king of Queensbridge. If Nas say he invited, he invited. But if you know anything about Nas, Nas tries to avoid controversy. So why are you trying to get Nas involved in controversy? A lot of y'all guys don't know what be happening behind the scenes. But there's a lot of people who do not care for fucking MC Shan. Y'all forget, they lost. Shan lost. Okay? And he's been trying to, handling it better now than they did when the losing happened. But I was alive when KRS-One was kicking Queen's ass. I was alive, fam. KRS-One was whooping Queen's ass, fam. By himself. What people need to start thinking, this guy think I'm trying to steal his bag. You walking on, okay, yeah, you go, fam. There you go. We're more comfortable on this side. There you go. So, one of the reasons why Shan allegedly had a problem with his career is because he was on drugs. I'm gonna say something. I would never use crack. Like, you would literally have to lace a blunt in order for me to get some shit like that. I would never use any of these hard drugs. Never. I just would never. I just would never. And part of the reason, besides, I just grew up in the 80s, fam, and I seen what it did to the community, is I've literally seen how many very talented individuals got crushed. Because remember, in the 80s, people really thought, crack wasn't a big deal. Cocaine was a big use. Everybody was using cocaine. Everybody was using cocaine. Cocaine was just too expensive. So people don't get it. So when the crack shit started popping, motherfuckers was just using that shit. So a lot of these dudes got strung out and got fucked up on the crack. So I would just never, you understand what I'm saying? The coke was bananas also. The shit is, I don't know what to tell you, fam. So I would just never. And this is even more of a reason. I keep hearing about how niggas get high on these drugs and they have sex with other men. So that, I don't never. That's what the fuck, fam? So shout out to you niggas that's into that, but I'm not. Yeah, it's still a party drug. Coke is coke. Crack is crack. It is what it is. But it is what it is, fam. So that shit, a lot of people believe that shit fucked up MC Shan's career. Not for nothing. You understand? So that's why I brought that up. A lot of people believe that fucked up his career because he really was doing bad. That's a whole fact. Them niggas was getting high, fam. Them niggas was getting high. Like, you have no idea. Like, the rap game was bananas, fam. Them niggas was getting high, fam. And this is coming from somebody, I can't even get into it, man, but how you doing? Could I get a blueberry muffin? What? Yes, ma'am. That's it? Yes, ma'am. Like you couldn't imagine, fam. Like the way the drugs was in the rap game in the '80s was bananas, fam. You couldn't imagine. And I'm a little jit like this, and thank you. My cousins and my brothers and stuff like that are all rappers and DJs and all of the niggas on the block. Remember, I grew up in the hood. So that mean that everybody I knew damn near was trying to become a rapper. Everybody I knew damn near was a DJ, a dancer. Like, and the dancers will whoop your ass, by the way. Everybody keep talking like dancers is suckers. Dancers wasn't suckers. They were some of the best fighters in the clique, fam. Just so you know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, the dancers was most of the time the most athletic fighting niggas in the whole crew. Just so y'all know. Motherfuckers don't know. Yes, man, the dancers was the main niggas that put hands on. I'm gonna explain something to y'all. You a rapper, right? You and you know, at almost all of these shows, niggas have fights because one crew will fight the other crew. So that means that whoever was with you couldn't be there for no reason. The only people that was there for no reason was the dancers, damn, fam. You get it? So if you couldn't fight, you probably wasn't invited. Rappers was getting, DJs was getting their equipment stolen, was getting their records stolen. What's up, my brother? You understand? So if you couldn't fight, fam, like, how you a dancer? So the dancers was the main dudes that was getting buck wild and fighting, setting it on niggas, all types of different shit. Just telling you, people don't know. People don't really know hip hop. They just think they know. That's how you got in the club. You either carry records or you dance with the crew, aka security. That's a fact. That's a fact. So these dudes, I don't know. That's one of the reasons why I respect Hassan Campbell. Because I know what was going on in the hip-hop game back then. And he was running with Zulu Nation, fam. So y'all can say whatever y'all want about however you feel about that man. But he was in a situation back then where you had to be a real nigga. like they was doing real nigga shit, fam. Well, no, they really was. I don't know what he was, his culpability or how involved he was. I haven't got the slightest idea. But they was really out here doing real nigga shit, fam. We wouldn't have the hip hop that we have today if not for Zulu Nation. And unless you was here in the Bronx and experienced what was going on at that time, believe me when I tell you, you don't truly know. That's why you really don't hear anybody from the Bronx saying that rap is all for black people. Just, that's all I gotta say, fam. And this is, you know, that's not even really, generally speaking, that's not big in New York City at all. That's not big in New York City. That's not one of the things we say in New York City. You know what I'm saying? If that's on the outer skirts. Y'all cities, y'all act like the only people that could be rappers is black people. We don't act like that in New York City to the most degree. Zulu was king, but the Bronx, you had to come to the BX for hip hop culture. Something that a lot of people don't know. Good morning. Something that a lot of people don't know is, so one of the things that actually blew hip hop up and got hip hop big was, y'all remember, I don't know, it might still exist, The Village Voice? I'm pretty sure it does. The Village Voice was one of the first publications that actually went to the Bronx and sent reporters to the Bronx. The Village Voice. And we all know what kind of publication that is, but that was the first publication that actually started, you know, covering hip hop. So we owe a lot to more than just what people are willing to give credit for. You understand? Because if they don't show up, maybe the other magazines don't show up. You understand? So, you know, people don't really know about anything. They just go with what whoever got the loudest voice opinion say. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, stop paying attention to everybody an opinion, fam. Most of these people don't know nothing, and you paying attention to their opinion like they know something. All they doing is saying what they heard somebody else saying or saying the opposite of whatever you talking about. They don't know what the hell they talking about. Sheesh. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all. These is facts. These is not cat. Well, people don't be knowing what the hell they talking about, fam. They just saying the opposite of whatever they hearing you say, or they saying something that they heard somebody else say, and they don't even understand the context. They can't even explain it to you. Mayor Koch was at war with the graffiti artists, and the Village Voice changed his narrative. With all due respect, good morning. With all due respect, the graffiti was bananas in New York City at one point, and it looked ugly. Okay? Also, we had a different situation that was going on in the 1980s where we was recovering, especially in the Bronx, from the buildings that got burned down in the 1970s. In the 1970s, a lot of people that building owners saw the property value going down on their buildings. So before their property value continued to go down, and you know they lose hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars, they burned down the buildings in order to collect insurance off of the buildings so they won't lose more money. So Mayor Koch had a whole different thing that he was going against. It wasn't just the graffiti, it was the graffiti added to the fact that we had burned down buildings everywhere, there was garbage everywhere. It was crazy. The 80s looked like a fucking, in the Bronx specifically, because I mean, I'm a little kid. I didn't really visit many other boroughs. The few times I went to Queens, I thought it was like fucking, I remember the first time I went to Queens, I thought this was like the cleanest place I ever seen, fam. I don't even, I'm a little kid. I go visit my family in Queens. This is the Bronx in 1980s. That's all I'm used to. Every single block got abandoned buildings that's crumbling and that the city ain't fixing. Every street, every block. You can't go 2 blocks without seeing a group of dogs somewhere looking for their next hunt. Like, the city was bad, fam. So he wasn't just going against graffiti, with all due respect to Koch. The city just looked terrible in general. So he should have been going against the graffitis. So he should have been going against the graffitis. And he should have been going against, like, you know, trying to look for the community to become cleaner. It was bad, man. This is the best. Okay, so you know how in the movie The Warriors, they showed like every street had a different gang? I know a lot of y'all that don't live in New York City think that was parody. But it was only slightly parody. For the most part, that was accurate. I mean, we didn't have people that was dressing up to the specifications that the movie showed. But for the most part, that was, yeah. It was pretty, yeah. There was every different building had its own crew. So not only on the block you live on, through the building got their own crew, but then when you put all of those crews together, that's the neighborhood gang. It was different. It was different. A lot of y'all guys wouldn't have came outside, fam. And if you from the 80s, you know what I'm talking about. It was different. And my neighborhood I lived in was fucking terrible. And you never saw any cops. Never saw no cops, man. My neighborhood was in the middle of nowhere. If I probably saw a cop 2-3 times a year just passing through. The only time you ever actually saw police was when somebody called them and there was a problem. That's it. Other than that, you don't see no cops. They're not in your neighborhood. They're not patrolling. They're not walking around. You don't see no cop cars really driving past. Nothing. You don't see them niggas. They're not there. If you want a good depiction, of how the Bronx looked, there's a movie, Fort Apache, the Bronx. Go check it out. That shit is way more accurate than you will believe. You telling me there wasn't a gang of old dudes running around with bats? No, there was niggas with bats. They just didn't have the uniforms. I promise you there was niggas with bats. I knew niggas that walked around with bats. Mom, it's the Bronx. You can literally just have a bat on you and nobody's gonna think anything about it. We used to do this thing called pitching in. And that's when you go find a wall, you go get some tape or a marker, you make a square, and you playing pitching in. You got your bat, you got your sponge ball. They couldn't not clean that area up. I used to live in the area where Fort Apache was at one point. A lot of super tough. Look, this guy just keep. I crossed the street because this dude was across the street walking, looking towards me, right? So I crossed the street. When I cross the street, now the motherfucker crossed the street to go to the other store across the street from him. What the fuck was that about? Trying to have an interaction with me, fam? Anyway, yeah, so like, you just had to be there, man. The Bronx in the 80s wasn't nothing to fuck with. A lot of people wouldn't come outside, man. A lot of these dudes, they wouldn't come outside. I'm just keeping what it is. No disrespect, no hate on nobody or nothing like that. A lot of these dudes, they wouldn't come outside, man. They not coming outside. And they're some of the toughest dudes you know, I promise you. They not coming outside unless they got somebody with them. I remember being a kid, fam, and when your parents send you to the store, they got to yell out one of your friends' names for you to go with. I lived alone, so they wasn't doing that to me particularly. But when I went to go to like my cousin's houses, or if I went to go visit a friend, that's how it worked. When your parents went to go send you to the store, you had to go with somebody. If you didn't have nobody to go to the store with you, they had to go themselves. I don't think people really understand. Can't send your kid to the store, fam. And we talking about 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds. Can't send them to the store, fam. In the 1990s, I had a homeboy that lived in Webster Projects. I used to be there all the time. And I used to, in the late 80s, I actually used to have to walk through there to go somewhere. So I used to walk through Webster Projects all the time by myself. That's a fact. All right, you rushing. Do all of the things. Nah, I'm good. My dude. These guys wouldn't be coming outside. Not everybody, obviously, I'm saying, but you got a lot of dudes out here that act super tough. They wouldn't be coming outside, fam. They not stupid. They whole energy will get them washed. They whole energy. I wish some of these dudes that run around spreading rumors lived back then. Well, no, I don't, because then I'm wishing death on them. So I'm not wishing they lived back then. But I wish our principles was a little bit closer. You be that dude that's running around the neighborhood spreading rumors, they gonna get you up out of there. Somebody that don't got nothing to do with it might whoop your ass. Like, we lived in a different time, fam. It was a different time. Hello, how you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Excellent, excellent.
Excellent. I like that.
Yes, ma'am. It's so nice outside today. I'm pretty sure you're doing beautiful things.
Listen, it's supposed to rain. This weather's so unpredictable.
Why are you jinxing us?
It was raining about 30 minutes ago.
It was raining about 30 minutes ago. Have a blessed day.
You too.
How you doing? All right.
I'm surprised you're not in Coney Island watching the basketball.
Which one?
The Brooklyn USA thing.
Where at?
I had texted you it the day when they started.
Sheesh. I didn't get the text. I missed
the
it.
trunk?
I missed the text.
Yeah.
Could you retext it to me right now?
Casino is doing it. Let me see if I still have it in my phone. I'm right there on Kaiser Park. They're doing a 10-week program for the community.
Oh shoot. I didn't get the text. My phone was off. I'll just tell you what it was.
I'll see if I still have I have something.
So they're out there right now?
Yeah.
We might go get our charger.
At 10 o'clock.
We might go get our charger and go pull up to Kaiser Park. We're gonna go eat this blueberry muffin. You are the best.
All right.
Okay. My peoples. All right, we're gonna go to Kaiser Park. We're gonna go get our charger. I left it plugged up. We're gonna go get our charger. We're gonna walk to Kaiser. Those is my people. So she tell me to go pull up somewhere, I'm gonna go pull up. So the Rips and Warriors. There might have been, I'm pretty sure we had somebody called the Warriors. And I mean, the Rips sounds like something somebody would call themselves also. We're gonna put this in the refrigerator, go get our charger, and go walk out there to Kaiser. I'm just butterflies all over today. Dude, I keep trying to tell y'all, the only people that don't like me is the niggas from the internet, fam. And the weirdos that they pull up on and convince to do evil shit. That's it. That's it, fam. What you have to know your worth, fam. Know your value. I'm not trying to say be super proud and overvalue yourself or, treat people less. What I'm saying is know your worth and know your value. If you're good at something, fam, and sometimes people want to hang out with you and want to do shit with you, but they don't want to treat you with respect. If respect ain't at the table, fam, get up and walk away. That's it. If respect ain't at the table, get up and walk away. Every time you accept disrespect from others, you're teaching them how to treat you. If respect ain't at the table, get up and walk away, fam. Why you think I just don't play basketball with them niggas? Fuck it, y'all don't respect me. Why the hell am I playing basketball with you? You don't respect me enough to pass me the ball when I'm wide open. What the fuck am I playing basketball with you for? That don't make no sense. Okay, so I saw this lady out there, right? I don't know who this lady is, but she's gonna have to walk before I go any further near my home. I don't trust this shit. A car literally stopped and was asking her if she okay, because it seemed so odd that she's just doing what she was just doing. Nah, you gonna go down the block. We gonna stand over here and talk for a minute. You gotta go disappear. Man, she's married. I keep trying to tell you, people fuck with me, fam. You could lie all you want on the internet. You can make all the videos all day lying about who a person is. But when people see that person every single day, when people have an interaction with that person every single day, when people see that person, when people experience that person, all you doing is making yourself seem like a less credible individual, fam. I wasn't on any podcast last night. I don't know anything about what you're talking about. I don't know what was going on with that lady. I be avoiding anything. Yo, the haters be trying so hard to fuck my life over, fam. I avoid anything that don't look normal. That shit don't look normal, I avoid it. If I don't know you and some weirdo shit is happening around you, I want to apologize now because I'm going to avoid it. So I apologize now. I don't know who that lady is. I'm hoping she didn't need help. The car asked her. I think she said no. But I could have went over there and tried to help her. And the next thing you know, she could have told somebody I did something to her. And I don't know. I got to worry about stuff like that. Y'all don't. I gotta worry about shit like that. I get accused of doing shit that I didn't even know was things that could be done. Somebody came to my house when I wasn't here. Fuck. Did I fucking forget this? don't never forget this. But did I forgot to lock the fucking window. Never forget to lock the window. But I did this time. Somebody came in my house and I was again. Or they could have. I don't know. I don't like the way that shit looks. I'm paranoid all the time, fam. I live in a different world, fam. I'm cautious. That's what I'm going to put it. I'm cautious. I live in a different world, man. I literally got people showing up everywhere I go trying to, like, ruin my life. I live in a different world. I don't live in the world y'all live in. Give me one. Somebody's in here. I put a note on my front door that say lock windows. So every time I walk out the house, the first thing I think is lock windows. So I never walk out the house without thinking it. I gotta get some cameras on the outside too. I get some camera. Well, I got a camera on the outside actually, but I gotta get another camera. All right, we're gonna walk over to Kaiser. That's my homegirl telling me something is happening at Kaiser. We're gonna walk over there. She says she mentioned it to me. She says she mentioned it to me a while ago, just so we could be clear. She says she sent me a, hold on. She says she sent me a, but my phone was off. Remember? We was over there on that people Wi-Fi for a dumb long time. Hey, hey, how you doing? Hey, look at the little cuties. Hey. Little cuties. All right, we're walking to Kaiser right now. This is some basketball stuff. Was that you from the... I don't know what the Angry Man podcast is. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't go on anybody's show. Who's that? Nick? Dude, everybody... Fam, I mean, I don't know no other way to say it. It's a shame. I'm going to say it like this. This is the best way to put it. It's a shame that I get so I get treated so well by these white people who usually fear black people. But since they've been seeing me every single day since I've been living here, and they see that there's nothing wrong with me, and they see that I'm actually a good, kind person, they treat me like such. It's a shame that the white people treat me like that, but the black people treat me like I'm a fucking disease. It's a shame. Y'all see it with your own eyes. And not all black people. The lady that we just got finished speaking with that told us about the Kaiser, she's black. Super nice lady. Just one of the nicest, kindest people I've literally ever met. As far as my association with her currently. One of the nicest, kindest people.
I would never have that.
Love that lady. Hey! Look at the little homie. Hey, how you doing today?
Hey, all right.
Chiller? Look at the little homie. All of the things. So what's up? How you doing today?
See, he's nice with this young kid. Me, he's humping my leg.
Have enjoy your day.
All right.
You also thank you. Good people. That's crazy though. The Caucasian people, all the other people that ain't black, you know, they see me every day. They treat me respectfully. They treat me nice. Somebody could just come to my neighborhood and lie to black people about who I am, and the black people just believe them. Just believe them. So it's crazy. Anyway, we're gonna go to Kaiser. Very nice guy too. Very nice man. Indian dude. East Indian. Very nice. Shout out to Seagate. I really, really like living here. There's just adults. You know, adults. You know. Adults. I don't have to live by gang people principles. I could just live by like regular everyday rules and shit. Facts, I just got to the gym and the Mexican and white guy greeted me, and the only black guy at the desk rolled his eyes and grunted under his breath to greet me. Laugh out loud. Self-hate is crazy. It do be the self-hate. Your thoughts on the New York Knicks this season? The season coming into or the season that just passed? I consider the season that just passed a win. Like, how far did you expect for them to go? Did you actually expect for them to get past the Eastern Conference Finals? That's where I think they made it. I consider it a win. They lost to Miami, right? They lost to Miami, went to the finals. Whenever you're the team that loses to the team that goes to the finals, or lose to one of the teams that goes to the finals, I don't hold it against you. The team went to the finals. You didn't lose to some nigga that got kicked in some team that got bumped. You know what I'm saying? You lost to the eventual champions or the eventual runner-ups. You know, this is a different situation. So I think that those teams should still get respect. Yeah, they did respect. They did good. And considering, in my opinion, they don't have a superstar, fam. They don't have a superstar. They have potential superstars out the wazoo, but they don't have an actual superstar. I think they should keep working, keep that team together. They're going to build the team up. The team's going to turn into something. Can they trade a couple of players? You're going to have to trade a couple of players at some point. Who do you trade? The point guard that they have right now works great for their system. So are you going to keep the same system or are you going to change systems? If you change systems, will the point guard that you have right now be able to work the new system? Right? So that's basically what it is. Teams win and lose based off of point guards and systems a lot, right? Right? At least as far as I can tell. Right? System point guard. Like, as far as football is concerned, most of the time teams win because of quarterbacks and system. Except for the times that you got like the anomalies, like the 1985 Bears, right? They was an anomaly. They went off of the defense. The 2000 Baltimore Ravens, they won because of defense, right? So, you know, generally speaking, you win because of either your quarterback and offensive, your quarterback and game plan, or you win because of your point guard in your game plan. Generally speaking. That energy. We could talk about sports all day, fam. The hell? The NBA said they're suing Dame next time he says he only wants to go to Miami. You serious or are you fucking with me? Thinking about Charlie Ward, he was a QB. Charlie Ward was a incredible athlete. People forget Charlie Ward also won the Heisman. He was an incredible athlete. Could somebody go check and see if we on private? I think we on private. I think somebody got control of my account, and whenever we get a lot of people in the room, they hit my account to make it so that y'all get kicked. So I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix that currently. I don't know how to currently fix that. I don't really think my attitude and my behavior is a reflection of my childhood as much as I think it's a reflection of how I wish people would treat others. Like, that's literally how I try to treat other people. I want to treat other people the way I want to be treated. You know? So I didn't really grow up with people. I grew up by myself. I was abandoned at 8. So I don't know. I don't know if I could say it's a reflection of my childhood. Maybe it's a reflection of the absence that I felt, you know, so I don't want other people to feel that way, you know. I was abandoned, fam. I lived alone. Fucking Heathcliff Huxtable raised me more than damn near anybody else. Yes, Charlie Ward said that if he wasn't drafted in the first round, he wasn't going to go to the NFL. That's a fact. I think he said he wanted to be drafted in the first round or in the lottery, something along those lines. And what happened was, the reason why he wasn't drafted was because at that time, the NFL really didn't want quarterbacks under like 6'5". You understand? So they basically said he's too short. So he can't throw over the offensive line. Because remember, people on the offensive line, generally, they want people like 6'8", 6'6". So when you have smaller quarterbacks, they can't throw over the top of the offensive line. And they didn't. And one of the things that they do now is that they create lanes for the quarterbacks to see. So the offensive linemen are specifically, one of their jobs is to create an alleyway for the quarterback to be able to see through so he could throw the ball. You understand what I'm saying? So they wasn't doing all of this like that back in the day. So they just said, you know what? Short quarterbacks, no go. So that's basically what happened to Charlie Ward. He was a phenomenal college quarterback. Heisman Trophy winner, fam. And so all I did was give us a point guard who had a football player's mentality. So that was a win-win. For the Knicks, Charlie Ward would have been a better football player 9 times out of 10. But hell, maybe he gets injured playing football, right? Maybe they don't give him no playing time, right? Maybe they draft him and they sit him, right? Maybe he get drafted in back of somebody like fucking Tom Brady. Or fucking he sit behind Manning. Because you ain't gonna play, them niggas draft you, right? Those quarterbacks weren't in the league at this time, by the way. So I'm just giving examples. All right, we walk into Kaiser thing. She was like, you ain't been at the Kaiser thing? I was like, oh shit. I think I walked past one day and I saw them doing stuff once or twice. He was good. Charlie Ward was a good point guard. He was good. It was a good. The Knicks was in the final. Pardon me. The Knicks was going deep into the playoffs almost every year, fam. Charlie Ward was good. All right, what's up, brother? Chilling. Yeah, Charlie Ward was good. Well, also, somebody said when he was younger, the point guard controlled the ball. But also, when we were younger, like in previous iterations of the NBA, they didn't have so many players that were ball handlers at the 3 and the 4. Like, you might have had a lot of players at the 2 that was ball handlers, but you didn't have many players at the 3 and the 4 that were respectable ball handlers. You just didn't have them. So, you know, who you had? Pippen, and look what they did with Pippen. Pippen was one of the first point forwards. Grant Hill came into the league. Dominique Wilkins didn't even dribble the ball up court. You understand what I'm saying, generally speaking? So it's a different time, man. Yeah, it's just a different time. It is what it is. We got 70 people in the room. Hit that like button. Send out some notifications. Hit that like button. Send out some notifications. Gerald Wilkins was Dominique's brother. Yeah. And then Jordan destroyed Gerald Wilkins one time. So, can y'all please, this is another thing. This is why LeBron will never get, I will never choose LeBron over Jordan. I will never. I cannot, at this point in my life, seeing me choose LeBron over Jordan. Niggas was scared to say Jordan's name, fam. People were scared to talk to Jordan. to talk to him. Meaning, anything you say to Jordan might make him drop 50 on you. Just because. People were scared to talk to Jordan, fam. To talk to him. It was just a different time, fam. I don't know what to tell you. What up, Ty? We were scared to talk to him, fam. I don't think y'all understand the significance of that, fam. Niggas got stories of them talking about Jordan and then Jordan killing them and saying, man, I'm never going to do that again. Yeah, Bill Cartwright played on Jordan's championship teams in the beginning, I believe, the first 3. They got Bill Cartwright with a trade for Charles Oakley from the Chicago Bulls. Bill Cartwright had a really awkward jump shot that he shot that everybody made fun of for a long time. I forgot why he shot it like that. There's a story behind that. Yeah, I think Bill Cartwright and Patrick Ewing played together for about a year. Everybody learned not to trash talk MJ. What are you talking about? You don't trash talk MJ. That's bananas. All right, they got some kids playing basketball here. We got the Wild Bill Brooklyn USA basketball jump off. They got the whole thing going on over here. Let's see what they have happening. This looks like the refs over here. I don't know if the refs are actually doing anything. This looks like a scrimmage. That's good ball movement. I wish that the dude that dribbled the ball up would have passed the ball earlier. Since he passed the ball so late, they had to shoot the defense. Let's see what else they got going on. Shout out to this, some Brooklyn Bangers thing on the wall. Shout out. Let's see what's going on. We're going to walk around to the other side too. We just looking. This look like the practice areas. Ooh. People didn't want to talk to Jordan, fam. I forgot what it was, but somebody talked to Jordan. I think the coach pulled him. I can't remember the story all the way. So that's a nice finish. That was a nice finish. You could tell that little dude gets in trouble. Nice pass. Let's go see what the other kids is doing. Yeah, cutie. Let's go see what the other kids is doing. They out here training these kids. That's what it is. Look, they got the cones and everything out here. They're giving instruction. This is what we need more in the community. We need more people doing this in the community and less people in the community trying to figure out how to hate on niggas. Part of my language, but we need more of this in the community. We spend too much time in our community trying to figure out how to hate each other. Not enough time in our communities trying to give back to the next. How you doing? We got 67 people in here. Hit that like button so our numbers, so we can get some more people. But this is what we're supposed to be doing in the community, fam. You got people that's whole, full, grown adults running around trying to figure out how to hate on each other. We should be trying to figure out how to make how to make it so that the next generation of individuals that come up are looking at the world with a brighter future in mind. That's what we need to be doing. Look at these men dedicating their time to trying to make sure that these children understand that they're loved and appreciated. Look at these men dedicating their time. We all know not every child in this park right now got a male role model. Look at these men coming out here being these children's male role model, trying to send them in a better direction than the direction that's coming to get them. This the energy we supposed to be trying to put out into the world, fam. This the energy we supposed to be trying to put out into the world, fam. Not all of that hate everybody want to spew about each other. This energy. So apparently they have these in there. We're gonna go talk to somebody at some point, but apparently they have these and for the kids and shit. Learning how to actually play. Learning how to actually play. Jordan scored 55 at the first time he came back to the Garden. The first time Jordan came back to the Garden, he scored 55. That was when he was still wearing 45. Thank you for the invite. Told you I was coming. What's the brochure?
Huh?
What's the brochure?
Oh, no, that's something he wanted me to see that they printed for the county.
Can I show it to the people? I'm still live.
Okay.
Boom. All right, so we got this going on down here. Brooklyn deserves a world-class entertainment district. Don't we agree? Wait, hold on. They're going to do this to Coney Island? They bringing all of the lights. Thank you.
They're the ones sponsoring, one of the sponsors for this free.
Is there somebody I should go speak to? You know somebody I should try to go talk with?
Come over there.
Boom. We're going to go talk to somebody right now and get a little bit of...
Yes, sir. Yes, boss.
Hello, how y'all doing? Hello. I'm Jack Frost, BBNNETWORK. I actually, I'm loving what y'all doing out here. Would you like to tell everybody about how this is helping the community and the efforts that y'all put forward? We're live.
How you doing, man? This is Tom Siciliano. Ziggy's my nickname, Brooklyn, USA. 33 years. 18 of my players that started me before they were 12 are in the NBA. Stephon Marbury, Sebastian Telfair, Lance Stevenson, Norman Richardson, Quincy Doobie Taft, all from Coney Island, started in our program. Thanks to the Coney, we have a sponsor. We didn't have money to do this at all. And we were able to come out here and provide kids with, as you see, a first-class, healthy program. We're doing a lot of training over on the first two courts. We're actually making up teams. All the teams are named after black colleges. The reason why? Kids don't know the colleges, so now they're going to know. Florida A&M is playing Alabama A&M. They're going to talk about it. Then the black colleges are coming down thanks to Rob. Hey, Rob! Thanks to Rob Carnegie, the former city councilman, and played at St. John's with Walter Berry, Chris Mullins, Mark Jackson. Went to the Final Four. We got the black colleges coming. They're going to set up tables and tents, and they're going to recruit not only the kids, but the parents, because the parents need to know the process of getting to college. The urban league's involved. Also, we're going to ask the police and the DA to send their men down to coach the teams, so we can bring together, the community and law enforcement. So that's what it's about. It's free. It's open to everyone. As you see, we have a good mix of kids around Brooklyn, mainly Coney Island. But we have a good mix of kids that are coming from everywhere. They're happy. Rob also has yoga and massages for the parents while the kids are playing. They can do a little yoga and stretch out. So
Okay.
please, you're welcome. BrooklynUSA.org. Just Google in Brooklyn basketball will come up first. Let me introduce you to Rob Carnegie again, former city councilman, St. John's basketball player, went to the Final Four with Chris Mullins, Walter Berry, Mark Jackson. Rob Carnegie.
Thank you, Coach.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing excellent. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good. So your reputation precedes you. Somebody told me who you were before I even came over.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for coming out.
Yes, sir. Is there anything that you would like to tell us about this particular event and how you think that this could probably expand?
Yeah, so the beauty of this event and events like this is there's a lot of us who are inner city kids.
Yes, sir.
Who came through programs like this.
Yes, sir.
And we're able to achieve a level of success that without this structure and without people caring and pouring into you may not have.
Yes, sir.
Right? So being from the hood, these were opportunities that were afforded to me, and I want to make sure we can extend those opportunities to every corner of the borough and hopefully have this run year round. That would be the goal, right? Because unlike just having a tournament where you roll the balls out, people bring teams in, some of those teams are stacked and crush other teams. There's actually skills training before the tournament even starts. So competitive play hasn't begun yet. This is all kids being able to, from 3 years old to 18 years old, work on their skills and improve their skills. We have professional trainers out here who train actually professional athletes.
Okay.
Who are out here down there. You see the 18-year-olds training with skilled professional trainers so that they can work on everything from their agility to their verticals, which seems like all the kids, all they want to do is work on their vert. There's all other skills that are necessary to be successful in the sport. And at the very least, kids walk away with a basis for lifelong learning, right? They learn how to be a part of a team. That's essential in the workforce. They learn how to be committed and how to be on time. That's essential in the workforce. So if 1 or 2 kids from here actually makes it to the NBA, that would be amazing. But if every kid here has an opportunity to get a good quality education for free, that's the real goal.
Boom. Definitely happy to speak with you. So I'm gonna let you get back because you are definitely busy. As we've seen him running around all over the place. He has all of the things to do. We are gonna want to speak with you again. I hope you're gonna be here next week again, right?
Yeah, next week.
Well, every time that we pull up out here, we like to know about whatever we can do to be more of assistance.
Let me just say that also for the parents, we do yoga,
Yes, sir.
massages,
Huh.
so that the parents are not just sitting here doing nothing. They're getting an opportunity to also be busy and active while their children are being busy and active.
So y'all giving out massages
Free massages
and yogas.
and free yoga, so you can center yourself so that you can deal with your children effectively, but also the stress of being a parent in a city like New York. It's important to be able to provide a family.
Boom. Definitely appreciate you, my brother.
You too, man.
All right, let's walk over here and see what they're talking about with the massages and stuff. Let's see what the massage. We got 66 people in the room. Hit that like button. Send out some notifications. Let's look at the massages. They got the whole massages going on over here. They saying, parents, you've been dealing with your kids all week. We know sometimes that could be a little bit difficult. You need to yourself. Well, we're gonna give you 5, and it's gonna come with care. Shout out to this. I'm getting the visuals, fam. Hit that like button so we can send out more notifications. He said that's Booker T's cousin. 6 times. All right, so they're also giving an interview over there with the dude that we just interviewed. We're gonna get out of the way and make sure that they don't get interrupted. So yeah, we're gonna be doing some stuff. Y'all want us to start doing some stuff with these guys? All you got to do is tell me, man. We'll pull up. Funny thing is, the 2 cops that the bullshit happened with is over there minding the individual that's doing the fucking yogas. The 2 cops. This is a small world, fam. Treat people good. There's a lot of good people out here, fam. There's a lot of good people out in the world, man. We got to figure out a way to try to give people love and care. Shout out to all of everybody that's involved in this particular project. They out here teaching the kids skills. As you heard, they're going to teach the kids skills. And then after they teach the kids skills, they're then going to have a tournament for them to be involved in. But first, they're actually teaching him how to play. And I'm all for this. This is the way that you do it. How you doing? Oh, how you doing, sir?
Well, how are you?
Excellent. Could I stop and discuss this? Okay, boom. Okay. He was a basketball player, so I wanted to know if he wanted to talk, but obviously he didn't want to. But yeah, no, this is dope. I'm happy that they have this out here. You know that we spend time with our kids in our park, and this is just dope that there's other like-minded individuals like myself. Those people that hate me, by the way, do you ever see them out in the world doing anything worth doing, or you just see them on the internet hating on me? I'm just curious. I just want to throw that out there. I just want to throw that out there. Nah, I'm not going to say hi to them. I walk past them. They already know. Shout out to them. Yes, he was on the legendary squad, the squad that had Chris Mullin. So this is what they doing. This is basically what we do with our kids, but I don't teach them skills training like this. So maybe I'm going to tell our kids, so next week our kids come up here and they could be a part of this also. I'm gonna pick them up and make some of them come out here next week. Cause I teach other things for the most part, but this is good too. I teach more in-game shit more than anything else. What's up, my brother? How you doing? Good? Appreciate you. Hold on, what's our battery looking like? Our battery is looking decent. All right, we're gonna go over here, see what they're doing over here. Got the kids going through the cones. We need some cones. We gotta get some cones for our kids. We gotta get some cones for our kids. Oh, they're gonna do an actual game right here, scrimmage type game. Let's see what happens. You really got to talk to kids like that, though. You got to say it like 8 times. Because sometimes like 2 here, but the other 3 didn't. All right, we're going to see what's going on over here. That's Chucker. Let's see what's going on. Downhill. That's a good screen. I don't know if he gave the pass like that on purpose, but that's a nice little good action. That was good action, right? That was good action. That's what I yell at my kids when they're supposed to go downhill. I yell downhill. Good help, defense.
Help, 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 help.
Nice action. Nice try. That's a nice good word. Oh! Yes, nice play. Nice play. That was a good foul. Yeah, that was a good pass. That was a good foul. That dude had no choice. You just got to send that down to the line. I don't know how late in the game this would have been. If it's early in the game, you let him have it. Here we go. Let's see. All right. Nice action. What y'all want to do? Y'all want to go to we're going to sit here and watch this for a little while, but what y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. What y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. Nice action. I just like watching good basketball, fam. Like, that's it. I don't care who's playing it. I just like watching good competitive basketball. Both teams don't need to be the most elite. Just good competitive basketball. I just like watching good basketball. That was a bad play. He had no lane at all. A little bit more teamwork. Nice pass. He chucked the last one. He's chucking this one. Oh, he made it. So he's the shooter? The dude yelled for him to shoot. He might be the shooter. Maybe he the shooter. Okay, maybe he the shooter. They setting him up for another one. Maybe he the shooter. Nice screen. He's the shooter? He might be the shooter. The first shot rolled out. The second one went in, and that hit off the front of the glass. In front of the rim. He might be the shooter. Oh, nice pass. Dude got to learn to throw a bump and go up. Got to bump that guy. They over there like, this guy's talking too much. We coach our own kids. I'm trying to talk lower so I don't fuck them up and shit. He's just doing too much. He got 2 guys over him, basically. He's just doing too much. He's a bad teammate. See, now this is not necessary because that guy passes him the ball 1,000,000 times. Give the ball up, get your position, and go back. Dude, the real point guard right here in the red shoes. Here, real point guard. You got to let that real point guard be a real point guard. Let him be a real point guard. No, there you go. You talk to your point guard. You work it out. They talking to the point guard. They working something out. That's basketball. Talking to the point guard, working something out. Got him to a shot. Because I think that's his first shot he's taking. Second shot. The downhill when he went downhill on dude. Second shot. Good big man. Making sure that his point guard get a shot or two taken. That's a good big man. Remember, it's always about teamwork. Even when we're doing something by ourselves, it's still always about teamwork. It's always about what we can do together. Oh. He had a man wide open under the basket. That's why God made him miss that. Now, I don't want to bring God into this. But you had a man wide open under the basket. You throw that. See, now your dude feels dejected. The guy that didn't get the pass. He feels a little dejected. You know? And he's been a good teammate for you. See, now he got to yell to him. You're doing too much. 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 Now the big man, who's been a good teammate the whole game, he's done yelled for the ball 3 times, ain't get the touch. Good basket, though. Obviously, the dude with the red shoes is the more skilled player on the court, probably. I'm not saying the better player. I'm saying more skilled. We give commentary. If you don't like the commentary, I don't know what to tell you. We give commentary. I think the dudes are more skilled. Okay, we got another set of kids getting up on the court right now. The last one was pretty interesting. Let's stay for another one. Last one was pretty interesting. We'll stay for another one. I would do this in my park if when I played with those dudes that they decide they never gonna pass me the ball. I'd be doing this in my park. But those guys is just too selfish for me, so I just don't do it. What up to the few? Everybody drop a frost in the chat. We got 50 people in the room. Hit that notification bell so we can send out some more hit that like button so we can send out some notifications. We got 50 people in the room. Let's get up to 100. We doing something worth doing today. Let's get up to 100. We got 50 people in the room. Hit that like button. Oh, big boy should have just put his hand up. Just put your hand up, big boy. Good pass. He gotta learn how to give a bump. Once the tall kid learn how to bump first, you give the shoulder, bang. Once he learned to bump first, he gonna score all of those. Because he's just trying to jump straight up, so they just follow him. Do we got a jump shot? Hey, man, actually might have one. He went for the glass. You actually might have one. That looks pretty interesting. Let's see what happens. All right. Screen came. Nice. A second screen came. I have no idea why. Did y'all see what just happened? The second screen came, and since the second screen came, they was just too congested over there. That's why the shot got blocked. Sometimes you just got to let a guy do a play and get out the way, you know? Now bring the screen. I mean, he got a mismatch on him, I guess. Nice pass. Nice pass. That was a nice look. That was a nice pass. All right. There you go. Good play. And then the dude that's on the big guy is trying to disrespect the big guy by acting like he's not good. So he's about to get smoked. Because that's the easiest way to get your ass kicked in basketball. By not respecting your opponent's ability. Doing too much. Good rebound. They didn't teach him how. You grab the rebound and you pull that bitch to your chest. When you grab a rebound, you got to pull that to your chest. You got to grab it. You got to hug that like you don't want to drop the baby out the window. That's what you got to look. You grab a rebound, it's like you standing, like Michael Jackson standing on the balcony with the baby. You got to hold it. He don't bump. He don't bump. You got to give that bump. He don't bump. Now look, he don't bump. Good pass, though. When you down low, you got to give that bump or give an up fake. He gets the ball down there a lot. A little bit of work with his footwork. Look, no bumps. Good basket, though. Basketball is physical. I think that's the thing people forget because we live in this new era where the NBA, everybody's a crybaby. We live in this new era where everybody's a crybaby in the NBA. Everybody's always fucking crying over everything. So people forget basketball is actually a really physical sport. It's really, really physical. If you try to play basketball with the understanding that you don't want to touch nobody and you don't want nobody to touch you, you're not going to be successful. Basketball is a very physical sport. But now because of the LeBron Jameses of the world and all of these other guys that you can't breathe on them without the ref blowing the whistle, the kids are growing up and they don't understand that it's a physical game. You got to literally teach kids that the game's physical. Most of the time kids get on the court, they doing mad complaining about getting fouled. Like, that's not a foul, fam. It's a physical. Anyway, let's see who's up next. I think they mixing the teams up. Nah, same team. Games to 5, 1s and 2s. Good read. Those guys play pretty good together. They got a dude on the other side. He don't know what to do. They need to talk to him more. Oh, good pass. Like, it's like they leaving him out there to only play D. They should talk to him a little. Just so he could be able to be involved, you know? The tall kid with the braids or dreads or whatever those are. Here we go. Let's see what happens. All right. Here we go. See, he just want to be involved. He's not trying to be no super scorer. He just want to be involved in the game. That's a good shot. He got the shorter player on him and made him pay. But the reason why he was able to make that shot, though, is because the shorter player didn't close the distance. Like, he was like a whole half an arm away from him. Like, you got to close that distance. He allowed for him to feel too comfortable. No bumps. No bumps. No bumps. No bumps. He refuses to bump. He don't know to bump. Somebody got to tell him. No. He's uncoordinated. He didn't travel, though. It was just bad coordination.
I seen that. No.
He didn't save it. He didn't save it. I think he was going to let him go because he hustled, but he didn't save it. Good pass. Oh, he fouled the shit out of him. Kicked that guy's ass. Ooh, nice cross to the basket. I have no idea why he didn't just shoot the ball from the free throw line. I have zero idea. That's what I mean, though. It's like, these kids aren't necessarily, like, bad. It's just that since kids only watch, like, nowadays people only watch highlights. So since they only watch highlights, they don't see the little things that make the game. You understand? Like, they only watch SportsCenter. So they only see the highlights. They only see the guy driving to the basket making the incredible layup. They don't see the guy gets open at the free throw line, so he just pulls up and takes the easy two. I don't know if he's like that, but that was a good shot. But I need him to hit another one. Why he look like YNW Melly? I need him to hit another one for me to believe he's like that. God. Dude is so skilled and he can't shoot. I would be in the park every day working on my fucking shot. He's obviously more skilled than the dudes that got a guard against him. More athletic, he's quicker. I haven't seen him do a punch step yet, but all the other drag steps and everything else I've seen him do, he's good at doing, but he can't even shoot a free throw. Oh, you should have just went for the reverse. You had it. My fault. I didn't mean to mess him up. I started talking to him. He had the reverse. I didn't mean to start talking to him and shit. My apologies. He had the reverse though. I thought he was gonna reverse it on their asses. He had the dude. I got Spence. I'm a Spence guy. I think Crawford is probably the better fighter, but I like Spence. I like his style of fighting. I like his fighting. I like Spence. But I think Crawford's probably the better fighter. But I've seen every fight I've seen Crawford be in, I seen him get dinged. And I think if he allows for that to happen with Spence, it might be lights out. So I seen him get rocked every time I seen him fight. He's got rocked at least once. If you let Spence rock you, it might be game over. He just can't shoot, fam. You know what? The white boy's just uncertain of himself. The blonde kid, he just not certain. He just don't got confidence. He's not certain. Because that's the second time I seen him have the shot and he just too scared to take it. He just not certain. Like he don't believe in himself. Ah, see? You see how he bumped right there before he went up? Now, if that guy bumps before he goes up, he's been scoring some of them baskets. You got to bump before you go up. You don't just go straight up. You got to bump. If you don't bump the guy, you're not stopping him from playing defense. See? No bump. And I'm yelling he got a bump and he still won't do it. I'm really helping. That might go in. I think he's good with those though. I think that's money for him. Oh, that's why he's down. Everything he do gets criticized. Everything he do get criticized. He missed one shot and somebody said somebody shooting bricks. You can't care about that, fam. YNW Melly. Oh, chased the shot down. Did he smack dude in the face? The ball hit him or he faking? Oh, I thought he was pulling the LeBron.
Don't quit on me. All those rebounds are yours.
Boom. Okay. If the big boy right, oh, that one's right here. Copy. Huh? They all twins. They probably made sure they wasn't on the same team. It was like
they always do that to them.
Your son did the one thing that I thought the other guy should do, and that's bump down below before you go for the shot. You got to bump first, right?
Yep.
Hey, hold on. This is an actual guy. He played in fucking part of my language, St. John's. You bump first before you take the shot,
That's
correct?
Right. That's right. Well, my sons love bumping because they actually play football and lacrosse. They don't even play basketball.
Boom.
They just want to get a workout.
Boom. Yeah, you bumped the guy. See, don't tell me that, right?
Go, Noah. Let's go.
Tell me that, right?
Kill him.
Go get that offensive rebound.
He could finish in traffic.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
We're going to eat in a minute, man. Come on. We're going to eat in a minute.
Told y'all, fam. I'm not saying nothing wrong, fam. I know basketball. You said you got Crawford. Roy Jones said Spence will win early rounds with his jab and Crawford wins late rounds with counters. I agree. Also, if it goes late rounds, Crawford wins because freaking Spence don't do many rounds. Spence isn't one of those guys that's fighting until the 12th round. So yeah, if it goes late, it's always gonna be against Spence because Spence isn't one of those type of fighters. I'm gonna go see if I can get some of these drinks over here. I'm thirsty as hell. What's up, my brother? Always a pleasure. You the man.
It's an honor, man.
Yes, man. You want to say what's up to my people real quick? You mind?
Yeah, say hello.
Boom. Hey, this is my neighbor right here. He's an incredible guy.
Good morning, good afternoon. It's a great man out here.
Appreciate you. Hey, thanks for telling me about this.
Anytime, man.
It's him and his family and his wife. Hey, brother, you think I get some of the drink water over there?
Of course, of course.
Get a water bottle.
Yeah, there's a box of water bottle.
Boom. Yes. Jack Frost, not being a vagrant.
It should be in there, right? Hand it.
Y'all know where the water bottles is? Over there? Copy. It's over to get water.
Pardon me, guys. Coming through. Pardon me. Love
Yes, sir. Says Shakar said
Thanks, ATM.
Crawford stopped Spence in 11th. If it gets to the 11th, Crawford is gonna. Come on, you've been playing and stuff like that. I'm just over here doing stuff. You the man. Did I meant this water bottle?
Yeah, now just go to the water.
Give me that, my man. I appreciate you.
Thanks, ATM.
I'm in the 10th grade.
Yes. And I got a whole water bottle. Yo, dude, you could have just went up. You could have scored on them twice, man. Why you hesitated?
I don't know. Like, I heard today, so.
Enough said. Hurt knee means a lot of hesitation. I got a bad knee sometimes, too. Believe in yourself, man. Okay, so this is one of those water squirt bottles, but I'm not squirting nothing in my mouth. That's not happening. So we're gonna drink regular. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And I'm gonna be back every week, by the way. So if y'all ever have
my number.
yes, sir. So if, yeah, come on, let's go. I can grab one of these shirts up.
Thanks. All right, I'm on.
My apologies.
I'm on.
Young lady, could I get a large shirt, please? And oh, I like those shorts too. Could I get a pair of those? Jokes. Oh, you the best. I appreciate you. Always thankful.
No, thank you.
Thank you very
If you
much.
could send us some footage so we could put it on our Instagram, we appreciate
Absolutely. Matter of fact, yeah, I'll cut some of this up and then I'll post to Instagram also. We got a pretty good following on Instagram.
About send a friend request. I'll request.
You got your phone?
It's right.
Because I can't do nothing with my phone right now.
Yeah, get his stuff and then send it to me.
Yeah, okay. On your phone?
Yeah.
What you thought he was trying to do? Set us up on a date? I tell jokes for a living. Allow me.
Do you have Instagram? Sorry, I'm just looking for it.
I put it on yours.
Okay.
And then you send it. Thank you, sir.
Here, let me, can you put your airdrop on? And then we can just airdrop.
I'm on, I don't have my iPhone on me.
Oh, okay, I got you. Like number or like Instagram or what?
Okay, I'm just gonna give you like almost everything because you don't seem like, do you have Instagram on you?
Yeah. But I don't have the login for
Okay, so
the thing I said.
So this is the phone number?
Yeah, this is phone number, so.
Appreciate you, by the way. I'm Jack Frost, by the way.
Nice to meet you, okay.
Send me a message.
Yeah.
And your name. I have no idea what it is. Let's go. Literally turned down Haney. His mandatory because he thought he deserved more. I have no idea. I don't like going at boxers for turning down fights all the time. Because you don't never know why they turn down. It could be because of fear sometimes. To be honest. Let's turn the camera around and get back on some of these basketballs. Dude, they're busy trying to tell you I'm a terrible person, fam. Just understand when niggas is lying to you, fam. Just understand when people are lying to you. Just understand that. Oh, got a shorty on the court. Oh, she looks like she's shifty. She might be shifty. Up, rebound. Nice set. Looked across the court, see if she had any way to give the ball. Nobody was moving. Walks over, gives a handoff, gets the ball back in the corner. That's a good freaking play. That was good action. That was good action, fam. That was good action. You ain't think that was good action? They got an open shot in the corner. It's the shortest three. Gotta make it. Hayden. Oh, they just lost. They just lost? That was still good action. They just wasn't good. Wait, hold on. Who beat the other team? Who beat you guys? Oh, y'all just got up because it was time? Respect. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Doing too much. Doing too much. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. 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 Nice move. That was a nice move. That was slick. And then you can look at the look in his eyes after that. He's a killer. Huh? Yeah, he a killer. Nice move. Nice move. Nice move. To the corner. You got to knock this down. Ah. There we go. He needs some plyometrics. Okay, first, I like the oop. I don't know why dude didn't jump. I like the oop. I don't know why dude didn't jump. Are they allowed to dunk here? Now I'm curious if he could dunk or not. You. Okay, he could dunk. That was a stupid question. I'm taking that question back. Uh-oh. What's the bad guy's name on The Incredibles? The first Incredibles. What's the bad guy's name? Syndrome? Uh-oh. He said, I'm going to mix it. If that would have went in, he would have had to go home. Why you did that to him? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's see what's going on. Oh, okay. Okay. He's just doing too much. Uh-oh. Syndrome. Syndrome. With the bucket. He said... I don't know anything that Syndrome said. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But as soon as I think of a joke, I'm going to say it. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. He's just not very strong. So, he got to get faster. Or he got to eat some. He got to get stronger or he got to get faster. One of the two. Not very strong. This dude right here could ball. He a baseball player? Oh shit, my phone died. My phone died? Ah, it's too hot. Maybe I'll come back. Maybe I'll go. I'm about to go. How long y'all be out? Till 2. Alright, so what time is it? 12:30. I'm gonna be back. You guys are doing a great thing out here.
Yeah, where you at?
How you doing? Yeah, my phone died, so I'm gonna run home, supercharge everything, and then come back. Boom.
Yeah, they got a generator right here.
This one? Huh. You guys are the best. Okay, so I'm supposed to plug this into something.
No, don't need a plug. Just put that your thing.
Okay.
Where's your charger? You got your charger for it? Turn it on. That thing is in the middle. What?
That's by the power button.
All right, boom. Never know who you're talking to, man. Not everybody's bad. Come on, fam. Is the phone just too hot?